Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 110 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Creamcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Dark Side.
Yo, 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 yo.
And myself, best in the world, the American Nightmare. As always, the Ed on the ground, Bay. How you guys doing?
I'm surprised that Jack has survived just now. It seemed like you were going to be busting out of that jacket at any moment.
Explain that.
I don't know. The jacket just seemed really tight, and when you were crossing your arms, I just saw the leather start to sweat a little bit. I was just like, "Oh shit!"
That makes no sense. What do you?
Like
what?
you been to the gym? I don't know. It just seemed like it was getting real
Oh,
tight.
you're saying I'm getting some
muscles.
Muscle? I mean, I got some.
Okay,
that's optical illusion.
Yeah,
That's optical illusion.
The illusion
and
just.
why did you lift your arm? Your scrawny SpongeBob arm.
From what I've been told, I got a strong arm. I mean, I'm no
Who told you that?
People's told me.
What people?
People also tell me that this jacket looks nice, which I do agree.
Your grandma?
Yeah.
No, people
brought
that I
the
don't
groceries
know.
in.
People that I don't know.
Grandma's
jacket is a child's medium. You know that jacket's a child's medium.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
You
Grandma,
fill it out, though. You fill it out, bud.
Grandma was the same person that told you, right, that you're going to be fighting off women left or right. Yeah,
and I do.
You do? Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It shops at what is it called? Oshkosh Begosh or whatever. That's where he finds the sizes.
You get to the biker baby section and tears it up.
That makes no sense.
He's a model baby.
That makes no sense. But try good try. Nice try. At least you tried.
At least you tried.
Here's your L.
You got a pretty spinach Popeye situation going on, bud.
Good job.
What?
Man.
There's your L.
There it is.
Hey, why are you doing like that though? Like you're doing Kamehameha wave at the same time.
Well, it's because it's
He's presenting
Ella.
Wait, can you straighten your finger out?
Yes.
Okay, you just did weird. You're just like.
Oh, because I'm doing like two things at once, and plus I'm trying to be in the screen, so that's why I was doing that.
Oh, gotcha.
As we know,
I understand compositions.
Ed's kryptonite is doing two things at once.
At one time,
Cannot be done.
Yeah,
very difficult.
Well, technically,
the human brain cannot process so many things at once.
No.
Well,
it's
there
impossible.
have been studies actually
It's impossible.
That multitasking is actually not a good thing for anyone. So
exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I mean, think about
it. He's got a fake headline. It's like, oh,
that's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Can we multitask while texting and driving? You can, but can you do either or well?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
We know you can.
You can text.
We
well,
know for a
yes.
fact you
definitely
can.
can't.
You can text well. You can drive well, but doing both at the same time, you can't do both well at the same time.
Listen, in Ed's defense, his problem wasn't texting and driving; it was sleeping and driving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's.
Well, explain this. Explain this.
But Ed did that well, though. He did that pretty well.
He did.
Explain this.
He's very consistent.
Explain this. Explain.
Ed,
Explain.
do you want to explain? Do you
Well,
remember?
there was a time where I
woke up in the cornfield.
No. Oh wait, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I remember that night, or it was actually the morning, us waking up in the cornfield. And I remember even before we got on the road, I said, Ed, are you okay? And you were like, yeah, man, I'm good. I got this.
And I was good. And then just all of a sudden, yeah,
we were deep in the cornfield. Like people literally stopped on the side of the road that had to yell for us to hear it. They're like, hey, you guys okay? Like we were deep in the cornfield, at least a good 100, 200 feet.
I like how Ed still claims he was good years later in the cornfield.
Oh, I was good.
I'm good. I was always good.
Yeah, I knew what I was doing.
I meant to drive in the cornfield.
Yeah. Hey guys, I know a shortcut. Let's go through the cornfield.
Yeah.
God, that was.
That's why the first time the first year I actually drove, I think. Was it the first year? Yeah, it was the first year.
Yeah, I think you had that. What's
90
core
85 Beretta.
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 Yeah, that little
Yes.
magenta Beretta.
Hey, it worked for a good year.
No, you were the only person out of our friend group at the time that had a car, so you were all proud. And
heck yeah.
Yeah, and I remember, you almost tried to kill us all.
Not intentionally.
Yeah, then the time you drove into the lake, and then
that was due to a storm, and that wasn't the only person.
No, I do like that. Yeah,
he was the only person that drove off. Okay.
For contents, those who are listening to this, who are not live, welcome, by the way. We were playing Halo up until what, 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
Yeah, we did that a lot.
Yeah, and we so I drove 4 people home, or I was on the way of driving 4 people home.
For which
3?
What scenario was this? There's so many scenarios. Like
sometimes
sometimes you're by yourself.
After we left the Thou Who Shall Not Be Named's house, or basement rather, playing Halo for hours and hours and hours. Great times.
Right.
Great times.
I drove one person home successfully. Then I was on the way of driving, I believe, you home. And then I unfortunately fell asleep. And
I mean, that man was knocked out. You literally saw Z's coming out of like his mouth as he was snoring. And I mean, we were all knocked out. And I literally put my life in Ed's hands, and he failed me tremendously.
That's a dumb move.
It was so sick.
But now I can say this. But did you die?
We literally came close to. I know your rim. I remember that day, especially when the cornfield won. I remember your rim died that day, and then we were.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to the rim shop to get you a new rim, and that was an adventure in of itself. And yeah, that was God. I just remember the cornfield one so vividly because I rarely get scared. I like a lot of emotions. I'm okay or I'm angry. There's really nothing in between. And I remember for like the first time in my life, I experienced true fear because I woke up, like I had the seat reclined back. I was out. I was having the best sleep of my life. And like I said, I literally asked Ed, are you okay to drive? I'm like,
I was.
I'm like, dude, we can just, I forgot whose house. Yeah, I forgot whose house we were coming from. Because it was me, Jeremy. That's the 3 people. I can remember us 3. I think there might have been one other person.
There was. I just forgot his name.
And then I remember, like, I don't know whose house we were at, but we were like, dude, we could just sleep in the house and just wake up in the morning. You're like, no, I gotta go home. And yeah, you almost killed us trying to sleep in your own bed. Like we literally almost died eternally in your car in your little Beretta. So yeah, you're not. Then you drove into the lake. Then you drove into a flooded road.
I wasn't the only person in the lake. The whole road was flooded. There was no lights.
This is not an excuse.
Yeah.
No lights.
Doesn't make no
roads were blocked off. It was an open road, no lights.
How many more people were in the lake with you?
Like
it was another car there.
Like you thought this was like a car meetup or some shit. Like
no.
It was really weird.
Ed has put his insurance agent's kids through so many like full
colleges,
colleges. Like Ed, you have somebody's gonna bring you like you're gonna get a hug one day from a doctor and like flowers. And you're like, thank you, you did this for me. You did this.
Yeah.
One day you're gonna be like, approached by a whole family of people.
That makes no sense.
You should be proud. You should be proud as well.
Yeah. You literally have saved your insurance from bankruptcy probably about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
no,
I'm pretty sure that guy went to Hawaii that year because he won some contest or something.
I was literally about to say, I was like, there was definitely some bonuses that were given out that year. Like, yeah, like boys, we got him. Like this is our cash cow. So
false.
It's fine, Ed. You're just like when it comes to nature, you're just not the like outside of it being a sunny road in the middle of the day at noon. Like you really should not be driving outside of that.
I love driving. I'm actually a really good driver.
Because every 5 years or so, it seems like you
false.
Yeah, every 5 years or so, you get into some elemental car accident. Whether
false.
It's especially water. Water is your number one enemy.
Water,
yeah. False. And the last one, and hopefully the last one was
it's a fire type Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
The water's
Well, some would say that I am pretty
Ed,
lit.
Ed desecrated like Poseidon's throne or something
Yeah,
at some point in
right.
his life. Got like a revenge on him, poor kid.
Well, I am pretty lit. Some would say.
There you go.
The
Yeah.
water
He's
calls to
like-
him like an H.P.
he's
Lovecraft novel.
It's just like
Just-
he hears the
it's
sirens.
in his subconscious, just calling
What?
for him to come back.
He hears the sirens in the water. He's like, I have to drive to it. Like,
That makes
maybe
no
it's-
sense.
Maybe it's the king of Atlantis.
The sirens, all you hear is "Badado,
Oh god, not that.
badado."
hey, you know Ed loves that Bade though.
I
That's
do
for sure.
not.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you do.
Ugh.
Oh, so we got Only Toes here. Only Toes, what's
shit,
up?
Only Toes.
Boy, only
Fellas and ladies. You know. And then it says, holy shit, listening to the story about Ed driving into lakes and everything else and driving while he's asleep. Yeah, it's a crazy story. You would not believe that one person is capable of doing this so many times. I'm surprised Ed has kept his license all this time.
Heck yeah.
It is what it is. He's definitely
I'm a
a
good
menace.
driver.
You're definitely a menace on the road, that's for sure. Outside of that, what's been going on with you guys? What you guys been up to? We didn't do a podcast last week. So yeah, you guys do any cool in that downtime?
AI art. Went to a small party.
Nice.
What else?
He's a party boy.
Yeah, dude.
Try to be. I mean, well,
Ed has okay. I can answer the question for Ed. Ed has
Can you?
streamed more from home the last few days. Like he's been forced. Poseidon has kept him inside his house
Yes.
because of freezing rain and all kinds of elemental, like something's going after Ed hard. So Ed's been forced to stream from his house. And I'll give Ed props. The other night he streamed what was that game, Ed?
Solar
Ash.
Solar Ash.
Solar Ash.
Solar
Yes.
Solar Ash. And you know what? I was reminded that Ed, when he actually does variety game streams, like something other than the usual garbage, he's actually pretty entertaining. I stuck with him all
Garbage.
night. A lot of people popped in and out. So yeah, no, Ed Underground has been he's been all up on Twitch. He's climbing up the ladders.
Yeah.
He almost streamed Pal World.
Almost.
That's why
Almost.
I wanted him to
Damn.
stream Power Word.
I did too.
Well,
That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, we
there is
might get it.
Friday.
Yep, there we go.
Well, I
So-
did boycott his stream because he did not stream Power World.
Oh,
The people asked for it,
fair.
and he did not deliver. And
Nobody asked for it.
bullshit. Like we
I
literally,
asked for it. You
we
know,
all
I
asked
asked for
for
it.
it. Yeah, I asked for
it.
Dreamcast also. Yeah, all
I'm
of us
asking
asked
for it now.
yeah, and you literally did it. Didn't do it because you saw some e-girl female streamer streaming it, and
Yeah.
you didn't want to get caught up in the e-girl hype. So you
Well, no.
didn't do it.
So here's the thing. I looked up Pal World on Twitch and it had a lot of views. Okay, cool.
Yep.
The views is not what I'm streaming it for. I want to stream because I want to see how it is.
Okay, yeah.
That's
See
when I
how
got
Power
on-
World.
Yeah, when I got on there, I saw at least a good. Am I twitching? No, I'm not twitching. Okay, at least a good. I would say 15 streamers, all e-girls,
so.
and I would
Okay.
say 14 of them, which is they're playing the game, but not playing the game. If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Please.
Okay,
elaborate.
so one was sitting very provocatively, with close to no clothes on,
What?
and playing Power World.
What were they doing?
Sitting provocatively.
Okay. All right.
Is that what you thought I said? Because that's what I said.
They were sitting pro broccoli.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said provocatively. And I'm like,
Provocatively, but anyways.
okay, good job.
So that's
But
one
anyways.
streamer.
One
Oh,
shot.
that was like 14 of them. The rest were
14 and a half thousands of people playing it. You saw 14. You're like, no way, sir.
I'm just
That's
like
not for
I'm
me."
scrolling like wait, what's going on? This is Power World, right? I thought they clicked on the what is it called, the hot tub thing. It's
Well,
like,
I
wait
mean,
a
so
minute.
what
come
does
on.
that have to do with you playing Pal World? It's a popular game. people
I don't
like
want to
it.
be in. I don't want to be in that category of okay. I'm playing a game,
Here's
but
one
then
that
like
filth.
Yeah,
So you
Hazel.
thought,
You can say it like that,
you
sure.
thought you would be automatically grouped in with the female streamers? Is that what your mind immediately went to?
No, that's not what my mind immediately went to. I'm
you thought-
saying the
wait.
amount of streamers that I saw on there, it's like I might as well be on OnlyFans or something like that.
Well,
Okay.
so even though if you probably had to put a percentage on it, probably realistically, 12% of the streamers on Pal World at that time were probably female.
Well, not even
That's-
female. Let's say provocatively.
Provocatively female.
Yeah,
For
provocatively.
broccoli.
Provocatively.
Even less. So
Yeah.
even less. That's enough for Ed to go, I'm out.
Yeah.
Ed's like standards are so high.
Ed is
And
pure.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not-
it's like
it's-
90% men. Ed's like, what?
Listen,
It's,
Did
it's
he
not
stutter,
high, It's
bitch?
not high standard.
Did he
It's like,
stutter?
Yeah, he
It's
said
like,
what he
why-
said.
why
That's right,
play it? Like
motherfucker.
I'm here to stream a game that I may or may not enjoy, and I don't know. It left a bad taste.
You know,
that's
no,
all.
Ed, you don't have to explain yourself actually to
No, I have to. I'm not
dark
going
side.
to.
To dark
I'm just
side.
saying.
No, you already have, but you're not, you don't need to explain yourself anymore to dark side. At the end of the day, if he wants to look at provocatively streamers and watch Pokemon provocatively use guns and everything,
Provocatively.
yeah, I'm gonna change it up every single time. So if you stick to your morals, Ed, if that's what you,
It has nothing to do with morals. I just don't want to be.
Twitch is turned to
into
porn.
that.
It's turned to like Pornhub. You know what I'm saying?
It already.
Like,
It's been like that for a
it's-
while though.
seriously, it really
Hot
has.
take.
There's a whole
Hot take.
section.
Yeah.
For it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's literally a whole
They
section.
should be in their own section, right, Ed?
Yeah,
Explain that to me.
like the back of Twitch,
queue, right?
Yeah. Back of
Wow.
Back of the
Twitch.
queue.
No, if anything, they're in front of the queue.
Ed, so you're saying there's now for broccoli streamers that stream Dead by Daylight? You're saying that doesn't exist?
No,
So when
you
find
find
that.
Dead by
a
Day-
single broccoli streamer.
You might be right.
streams.
Yep.
So Dead by
Dead by
Daylight,
Daylight?
is Dead by Daylight.
No.
For those who don't know, it's a popular game,
Yes.
Sure.
and
Popular.
I do stream. It's a popular, like I said. and
He
it's
said popular.
I said popular. I said
Yeah.
it correctly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I play because I like to play it, not for the views per se. Although it'd be nice for people to view it, which people do view it when I
You do.
stream
Yep.
it.
I watch
Yeah.
it sometimes. I watch the VOD sometimes.
Thank you.
Right, well,
But it's not filled with OnlyFans models just trying to get some subscribers from Twitch. That's not.
So what
sure.
is
I'm,
the
there, I'm sure there's
threshold?
some, I'm sure there's some
looking-
on
what is-
there.
What is the threshold? What is the threshold? If you saw 1 or 2, would that be enough to be like, I'm out? This game is done.
No, I saw like 15. I'm sure 14 of them were just not even playing the game. They're playing the game, but not playing the game. If you know what I mean.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. I'm kind of curious, right? So
What? Just fucking on your stream, just fucking go spread eagle and start fucking playing
yeah.
Pal World and join the fun. Who cares?
All right, so I'm gonna find Pal World, and I'm
It
gonna
might
see.
be different now.
No, I'm just saying. I'm gonna see how many people are streaming it right now,
I'm
and then
sure
we're
it's a
gonna-
lot of streaming it.
and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the math, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well maybe I can't see how. Let me see. Can I see how many streamers, or I can see how many people are viewing it? Oh wait, no. Actually, that's wrong. Let me see. Let me do a browse.
Has anyone seen who's viewing our stream right now?
No.
I just see
Only
Only
Toes?
Toes. Oh, and Black Girls Hack. Hey, Black Girls Hack, how are you?
Oh,
Hello,
hey.
Black Girl Sack. How are you doing?
Uh,
Boom.
Okay, so Power World. Oh, why is it not popping up? That's weird. Okay, there's 147,000 viewers. I can't see how many people are streaming. So 147,000 viewers. Let's say that these e-girls that you had saw, how many viewers do you think they had?
Oh, when I saw that the day the game came out, a lot.
A
I would
lot?
say in the thousands. Yes, at that time. Now it could be different now because it's not the day one. It's always different from the day it comes out to up to whatever a month from now. But
Gotcha.
I'm sure it's different now.
Okay, so for some reason I can't. Okay, I think I'm looking at this weird. So let's say Power, there's 147,000 viewers. Let's say out of that, most people are probably streaming to like 2 people. So 120,000, let's say roughly, streamers that are going on average, right? So with that, you saw 10 15. So you say 15 out of 120,000. We're gonna just see. I just want to see the percentage of what is the threshold for the Ed Underground. So the threshold for the Ed Underground, guys, this is a high ass number.
Yeah.
If he sees even 0.0125% of e-girls, thoughting it up anywhere near. So less than 1%. He sees less than 1%. He's out. He's like, guys, I can't do this. I can't do this. I have my moral high ground.
It has nothing to do with morals. Look at it from this perspective. You stream on Twitch. You've been doing it for maybe a year or 2 years now, and you're getting some traction. You're getting some viewers. You're getting some follows, some subscribes, all that stuff. Okay, cool. All right, and you're streaming games that are some are popular, some not popular.
Sure,
mostly not popular.
Yeah, I think,
theoretically.
That's you. That's you.
I don't think it's
theoretically.
That's you.
Yeah. That's you.
Go ahead.
But then there's a game that comes out, and you look at the viewership, and it's mostly simps. I'm just going to say it. Watching
all Pal World viewers are simps.
Not all Pal World. I'm just saying. Look at
it
from a
Pal World.
Look at it from a streamer's perspective.
Yeah.
You jump into that pool.
That cesspool of sin. Of sin.
I did not say
other bodily fluids.
Yes.
Take it as you will. But how would you feel if everyone's watching those e-girls, yet you're here in the corner streaming the same exact game? And I'll even say it, probably even better than them. But all the viewership. I'm just saying.
Hey, bold statement. Yeah.
Well, I said you guys. I said you guys.
Yeah, sure. Hey.
I said you guys. But all the viewership is going to, and the subscribes and the follows, all the views are going to these e-girls who are playing the game, but not playing the game because they're playing a game.
All right. Yeah.
Was that
also I don't
Triple
do
H
pills
thing, or what the hell was that?
I don't know.
The game.
I don't know what is going on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what. So is that
okay?
That's
sorry,
what you're asking?
Right.
No, Ed, I'm not asking for you to recap. Please don't.
How would we feel?
Yes.
How would we feel?
How we feel? Yes, I would feel. I'm just a streamer. Like all I want to do is just stream to my audience, and that's it. I don't really.
What if you have no audience? It just goes to these e-girls.
Majority of people, like overwhelming majority of people, do not have an audience. Now, if you want to compete with them, right? All you have to do is, Ed, like if you really want to like get yourself out there, right? Just do the same things that they do. Like do the black bar sensor, wear a bikini, get a hot tub, and I guarantee you would shoot up in views instantaneously.
Okay, for one thing, I would never do a black bar sensor. A second thing, the hot tub would not fit in my room.
I mean,
but
that's true. That's true.
That's probably true.
Yeah, that's probably true. But what you could do though is you could take the hot tub, put it outside your window, turn your gaming setup around and your streaming setup so it goes through your window, and then boom, you can have a limited space with the hot tub outside. And then, obviously you could
increase your property.
Whose stream did you see that from?
Oh no, I'm just giving you suggestions. I don't know. But the thing is that at the end of the day, like obviously you can't plug it into your house because I mean, at that we know at that point the internet's gonna stop. No microwave, nothing. So
the inner wire so the house will melt.
Yeah, it literally will.
Because it wasn't meant to output that much power. So.
But anyways, I played a game that actually did enjoy.
You did enjoy it, but and I'm sure those e-girls really felt it when they're like,
yes, they did.
Ed didn't go on. Ed's not playing Pal World. Ah, damn! They're all like pissed off. You really showed them.
Yeah, really showed them. Yeah.
The only ones who suffered were the fools who streamed, who tuned into your stream. Who would have come either way if you streamed Pal World or not.
Oh, they didn't suffer. They enjoyed it very much.
No, I suffered. I really want to see you play Pal World. I
might play this Friday.
Okay, that's good. Like I genuinely
want to see
how many
girls are on though. Well, don't.
I'm sure there'll be some on there. As many as it was that one day, probably not. But
if
I'm
they're
sure
14,
what's your cap? how many e-girls before you don't do it?
Well, the 15 on there was like, okay, now I'm good. I mean,
So it's 50. So if there was
15.
10, you'd be cool with it?
sure.
Guys, we just did the math. 0.00125%. If that is the ratio that he wants to see on Power World at any point in time. So, I mean, that number can fluctuate.
So virtually no one.
Yeah, no.
I just don't want to be playing a game for, I don't know what, a month or 2 months straight and get what, no offense, but you guys watching and not, new people watching because they're all watching some e-girl.
Right.
But
Look
And
at
then
the
how many
streamer
new viewers
playing.
did you pick up from playing Solar Ash? Because I was there.
So
I was there. So
Yeah, don't lie.
the total I got was 10.
10 new
And I
subscribers?
looked, no, 10 views. That's
10
the
views.
highest I got.
Yes.
10
Yes.
viewers,
Okay.
yes.
You had 10 views, and I know
Yes.
every one of the viewers that jumped on. There were the people who would have jumped on if you would have played Pal World anyways.
No, not everybody.
Every one of those people
I mean, sure,
are
yeah, the
names
one-
I've seen before.
Pink
many
Destroyer,
times.
Pink Destroyer. I saw
Bandito
SJ.
Mac was there.
Yeah.
I was there. Creamcast was there.
So I can
Green
also
Tuner
see
was there.
I can also see who's viewing when they're not chatting. That you can do that
I
on
mean,
this
that's
one too.
true.
I mean, you
but,
could,
like,
anybody could do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
some
there were
would
some new
say
viewers on that
some
too.
would say you would have gotten a ton more views that night because Pal World was what people wanted to see that night. They
Yeah.
didn't really want to see-
Maybe not. I'm sure if I dress up in a Sailor Moon outfit, sure, yeah. Maybe.
there
I don't
there
think
you
you need to
go.
do that.
No, I think he needs to do that.
Now
would
you're
love-
thinking
No.
outside the
Yeah,
box.
think
now
now
you're thinking.
exactly. You could dress up. We could have came over, did a cosplay of Sailor Moon and the 7 Dragon Balls. Like we could have did all that.
Balls, yep,
Yep,
that is it.
and yeah, but you didn't want to do that, so I'm a little upset about that.
I'm not doing that, but I may play the game this Friday because Dead by Daylight still has some kind of issues going on.
Yeah.
So I may play this Friday.
Well, next time, Ed, this is something I want to see you do. Power World, dress up as Sailor Uranus, and we will definitely support you 100%. We will tip you.
False.
Yeah, we will tip you and everything else. All right.
Oh, I'll give you a big old tip. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't you worry. All right. So we got
Carroot bits.
yeah, so we got some chats going on the side. Yeah, Black Girls Hack, like I said, she's joining us. Only Toes, they're having a conversation back and forth. Only Toes, Black Girls Hack said, "I'm Cream's e-girl." Yes. I don't know. That's kind
What?
of that sentence together doesn't really jive well.
I did not see this.
Ed Underground has taken that position for some time. So
He is-
False.
get in line.
yeah, it
False.
is my e-girl. Only Toes.
He wish I did.
Only Toast says that you should use your bathtub, Ed, if you don't have a hot tub. So that's very
False.
good. See, like people are really trying to help you, like increase your viewership by like 1,000-fold.
A funny thing, I actually did a TikTok of it was a joke where I put on the TikTok my nephew just got sent to detention because
Yeah, I love
he
that video.
failed his homework.
Yeah, I love that. video.
Homework.
Homework.
Mhm.
But then towards close to the end, it says, "But I did his homework." So I'm like in the shower, sitting down in the shower with my hood on, and the shower's on. I'm just like looking.
Dejected. Like,
yes.
I'm an idiot because
I did his homework. My
Did his-
nephew's
yeah.
the one.
yeah.
Yeah. So I do things in the bathroom. Yeah. I
Yeah,
do.
we wow, Ed, you're very spicy content right there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow Ed's TikTok for sure.
Yeah. And I got 20
Spicy for
views.
sure.
20 nice. Only Toes.
Solid 20 views. Yeah.
Only Toes has identified himself as they them. They said please don't
Thank you.
refer to him as a guy or a girl, so respect their pronouns.
Understand.
And a Black Girl's Hack says she doesn't know what e-girl is, but she says I'm very hot. So I do agree. I am very attractive. So thank you for that. In other news, talking about like e-girls and all this other stuff. So AI art, Ed, you say you have been working on that recently. I don't know if you guys have been on the interwebs recently, especially on Twitter, which is literally like the cesspool of like
Everything.
independent thought. And since you're anonymous, you can say whatever and show whatever.
Hell yeah.
You know, the biggest thing that's been coming coming out with AI art recently has been Taylor Swift. Apparently somebody got inspired and used AI art to create dozens of very suggestive photos of Taylor Swift. And it has been circulating around the internet like crazy, which is crazy in of itself because we know how popular Taylor Swift is. So I'm surprised that this hasn't come out sooner. But you know, I remember when we first heard about AI, everybody was like, "Oh, the future is here. Like we're going to be back to the futuring. We're going to be time traveling. Cancer is going to be cured. We're going to we're going to live forever, you know, through like pods and all this other bullshit." And instead of using all that power to save the world, solving world hunger, fixing global warming, all these other things, flying cars, we have decided to use the power of AI to show pictures of Taylor Swift in very suggestive sexual poses. And I'm just like, why are people like using AI for evil? Like, use it for good. Like, AI can be like, I use AI a lot of times for like the podcast, like coming up with like witty titles or descriptions, for coding exercises, this, that, and the other. But like I would have more respect for these artists if they were actually drawing the art themselves. Like, I feel like, you know, just putting in a prompt and then it spitting out some image and then you refine it through other programs is not really art. It's just kind of like fan fiction.
Hold on now.
Says you.
Hold on now. The artist is the AI. That is the artist.
Okay, that's the artist, yes.
We're disrespecting the actual artist. That is the computer intelligence. You're absolutely right. At one point, we were afraid that AI would go live and we'd be in a Skynet situation.
Yes.
And our our forebears just didn't understand Taylor Swift art. You know, that's the way
they underestimated how horny humans are.
Yeah, they went with it. That's the way we went with it, and it is what it is. But I think the AI art is it's amazing. It is an expression of the artificial intelligence getting off, and I'm all for the artificial intelligence getting off. But you're absolutely right. We have to respect the artist, which is the AI. Yeah,
we do. And I used to be scared of Skynet, right? I always thought a Skynet situation was going to happen, that I'll be sitting in my room doing this podcast one day and then nukes would come flying out of the air because AI became sentient and actually just blew up everything, right? But now I am more scared that AI is going to build Taylor Swift androids, sex bots.
Fuck you.
Yeah, come home. I'm gonna get fucked, and that's my fear now because of people who like to make prompts, pretty much, fulfilling these fantasies that will never happen. So, I mean, as a digital artist at Underground, how do you feel about how AI art is being created and used today to make fictional images that can just happen in seconds based on the prompts of the user? Please.
Well, first thing, the nuke thing is still going to happen. I mean, AI is going to take but the internet itself, it's a tool.
You're right.
AI is a tool.
Illuminati.
Yeah, that too. It's how whoever is using that tool, that's them. It's not the AI. It's not the internet. It's the people behind it.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're making all these images and stuff like that, and
it's not the gun, it's the person.
Exactly.
Yes, actually, yeah.
It is. Yeah,
I'm not shocked that's take either.
Wow. No, I'm just saying because
that really we just witnessed the moment that really clicked. It really clicked for Ed.
It's like when you put the square block, like you had them toys, like you put the square block in the square hole.
Yeah,
it's like to think about like the Interstellar music playing in the background. It's like holy shit.
Yeah. We've had it. We witnessed a genuine
galaxy brain just burst in his head.
So,
Birth of
So
the Galaxy.
I consider myself an AI artist because I'm a graphic designer and video editor. So with the tools,
you consider
yeah, I do
yourself.
because with the AI stuff that I
I
do,
also consider myself an AR artist.
Baby.
sure, you can be too. Anybody
Yeah.
can be an AI artist
Same
now.
thing. I consider
Anybody-
myself an
anybody
AR
can
The thing
do
artist
it.
as
is, so
My
you
dog
can,
is an AR artist. You guys know that?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Wow.
Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I'm sure it is.
Pretty cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
So with
They
AI
all-
art,
he just makes Taylor Swift stuff though.
there's a lot of AI programs. I'll say it like that. Programs out there. Some are where you can't do anything nude based, the one I've used, and there's ones you can. And the majority of those cost money, whether it be $2 up to $30, $200. There's a lot of AI
Well, yeah,
programs
why
out
would
there.
you
And
give it
where
away
can
for
you find
free?
these
People do that.
particular
I
engines?
actually do know the sites because I have used.
Okay, so what are the sites?
Yeah.
Not a ton of the sites. I've used
Why?
one site to do an anime thing because the one that I was using didn't work correctly, but the other one did. So I used that.
Oh yeah,
And,
Not for that
right.
reason.
Yeah.
And
Right.
tell us as an AI artist, take us through the process of creating a piece of AI art. What
So
how do you do it?
anybody can do AI art. You can say, hey, have a cow walk through the woods, and boom, you'll have a cow walking through the woods. Now there's levels to this.
I feel like there's a lot of gatekeeping happening right now.
No, there's not gatekeeping. I'm just saying.
Then tell us the sites, Ed.
Like I said, anybody can do it. I'm not
God,
gonna tell you the
God,
sites.
tell me the sites.
I tell you the sites. But there are sites. But
What
there are
the
levels to
sites?
this.
What's the
I'm
big
not
deal
saying
with saying the
sites,
site's
no.
name?
Yeah.
I'm not saying the sites. Well, actually, I don't know the sites by name. That's another thing too.
Can you,
That's what you could have said.
Well, I told you one of them. I've actually told you guys. I even sent you a link to one of them.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with telling us now.
Expect me to remember
Because I don't remember the name of the site. There's a lot of sites out there.
Then how do you get to the sites, Ed? How do you get to the damn sites?
You go to Google.
So every single time you want to go to the site, it's like a new experience for you. It's rediscovering it every single time. It's like a 51st dates, right?
No, I'm just saying there's tons of AI sites where some are free, some are paid for, where you can produce your own AI art. Microsoft even has one.
in the chat says it's dark web. Is that true, Ed Underground? Is it
I'm sure there is part of that
web?
somewhere. There's a dark web for everything, I'm sure.
No, that's where that's where you go, right?
No, I've never been to
That's
that one.
very
I think I have.
sus.
No, I've never been to dark web. No.
You haven't been to dark
Very
web.
sus.
No. But anyways, with prompting, anybody can prompt, but there's levels to it also. Like I actually use, since I'm a photographer, if you use camera details, wide shot, low angle, stuff like that, you'll get more of a depth, more of a creative picture. Yes.
So that is the art.
There's art behind it, yeah.
Okay,
because
now can you I guess can I share one of the Ed Underground's personal art of I don't think I can. But,
no, please describe one of them.
Oh, okay. Hulk farting diarrhea over a crowd. This is Marvel's Hulk.
But to be fair, he did not create that one. That was art. Yeah,
that was art. Regardless, it was art. But
hey,
I just wanted to know what were the prompts, the photo, your background.
I don't know the prompts. There are somewhat ways to kind of figure out what
I
the
wish you
prompt
could
is,
show
but
the
no.
picture.
I bet you Ed would be like he's in the dark room in the corner, like his laptop facing the wall.
The picture is the Hulk from the Marvel comics.
Yeah.
Jumping,
photorealistic,
being
yes.
propelled by
over a crowd.
Diarrhea that curves like a rainbow.
Yeah,
yes.
over a crowd of human beings.
A crowd of human
yes.
beings.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
getting
awesome.
doused in diarrhea.
Yeah. Or not even. If you guys remember, right? Ed created a series of Disney Pixar AI art covers.
Oh yeah, that was the site that I gave you guys.
Yeah, huge meme site. Huge meme at the time.
No, it's not a meme site. It's
no.
Microsoft.
It was no. I'm saying it's meme or the meme. It was a meme picture. Like everybody was doing a Disney picture.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing it at the time. It was really popular for like 2 days. And Ed posted everything that he could ever think of, Like I can just see him like
He
have
unloaded his brain.
I can see him with 2 laptops at the same time, like 2 girls, 1 cup, lemon party, meat spin, blah blah blah. This, that, the other. Like, dude, like, calm down. Like,
you know what?
Oh,
you just brought that up.
The funny thing about it is
memes of
the topics that Ed Underground covered in that I don't know
span of an hour.
It felt way longer than an hour, but yeah,
it was like longer
than
an hour.
He was in a fugue state.
Okay?
He was in a fugue state, and it was like you said, it was a total unloading of Ed's mind, and you could just by what his creations were in AI art, you could take a good grasp of Ed's mental state.
Yes.
And his deepest, darkest interests were coming to light. Like I'd never heard Ed mention 2 girls, 1 cup. I didn't even know he knew what that was.
Black Girls Hack says something that is, I think, describes Ed perfectly. Right? He photographer, videographer, graphic artist, but also he was a Renaissance man. He cracked the code of the internet, and he made AI his bitch for like a good 3 hours.
That's right.
Darkside, I agree with you. When I saw this, I'm not gonna lie, I was quite appalled about the things that were going through Ed's mind to create AI art. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I know about 90, like I'm a child of the internet. I know 99% of these memes are coming out, and none of those would have ever crossed my mind and said, let me do a Disney Pixar meme of this, poster of this. And like it was coming rapid fire. Like, you know, like Green Tuner was saying, like he was in a fugue state. Like he was like you guys haven't seen that movie. What's that movie with Tom Cruise? Limitless.
Oh,
that was Ed. That with Bradley Cooper.
I was thinking Tom Cruise. What's that movie called? He's in the future.
Minority Report.
Oh, Minority Report.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Day After Tomorrow.
No, Minority Report, because he can like see. He's using the big computer that's all like in like a hologram or whatever.
Sure. But the thing is, like with Limitless, right? With Limitless, he could like see like a corner of a textbook, and he could remember everything about that textbook.
He was unlocking the full potential of his brain, and all the information was like
it was pretty much Scarlett Johansson and Lucy. He was unlocking 100%. 100% was unlocked, and he was like, only thing I can think of, like once again, he could figure out like wormhole theory and actually figure it out and all this other shit. But instead, he was like, let me think about Tub Girl and all these other memes. And
Tub Girl was on there.
Yeah.
There's multiple references.
Hold on, no. Hold on. Pump your brakes. Ed made a Tub Girl?
I've never heard of Tub Girl.
Yeah, I think he did.
No,
I don't think I did. No, because I never heard of that.
Ed, we are just as surprised as you are. Whatever state you're in, you don't even remember. But I'm just saying. We all remember this. There was like I had to triple check. This is coming from your account. It was.
What is? Whoa!
I don't know what this is.
I saved a whole bunch.
You had multiple. Like the ones that got me the golden shower ones.
I know
golden
what that
shower.
is. I know what that is.
Yeah, but Ed, it was not a pleasant experience to know that you know what that is. You are our special.
I wonder where I learned it. Who told me
but...
about those things?
No, don't see. The thing is, you need to take responsibility for your actions. You know, just because we have opened you up to the world of internet memes doesn't mean that because you use them improperly, that is our fault. Like you decided to do that stuff. We did not. I'm using AI for the benefit of, you know, like mankind. You're using it for the benefit of internet memes, and it's like that's why. And the reason why I asked all this stuff because like AI can do so many things. It is so powerful, and instead of like I said, Ed, like you know, like I remember when you first did your AI art and you pretended it was you for like 3 weeks. Like you did the Renaissance Mario, like old Victorian Mario. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool concept, and so forth. Now you're doing AI art where you know, or you really like hype up AI art where like Marvel characters are shitting over crowds of people. I'm like, Ed,
now, like I didn't do that one. I found that.
Yeah, you found it, but you highlighted it.
Heck yeah, it was funny.
No,
I didn't do that one. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could within the main program I use.
I
Which
lost
one?
a little respect
The
for
one,
you.
the main program that you can't tell us about because you forget about it every single time you use it, right?
Oh no, the main one I can tell you. I've told you before. You guys don't listen to your father. So, but the ones that
what
the
is
other
it?
ones, Midjourney.
Midjourney. Okay.
Yes.
Well, for all you inspiring AI folks out there, like Black
It's
Girls
not one of
Hack,
my videos.
Black Girls Hack, she tried to hire Ed as a graphic designer. He completely ignored her. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, really sad. But for everybody else who really wants
I
to
didn't
be,
do that, but go on.
you did 100%. By the way, like we offered you money. We're like, we'll pay you for your art, and you said, nah, money.
Look,
I don't
Ed
do it for the money.
Underground can't be bought.
He
All right,
can't be
his
bought.
level of
Oh my
art
goodness.
is not like.
Well, this was even
he's not going
before I was doing
corporate,
AI art.
okay?
Yeah, I mean,
he's got real art to make.
Yeah, once again, he's a Renaissance man. Like he's like literally going against church and state to make this.
Well,
like,
I am a Renaissance man. I'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Ed.
That's real, baby.
All right. Enough about this AI art bullshit and Ed making shit art. Literally making shit art. That's what I was saying.
Speaking of shit art.
Yeah. Talking about shit art. Xbox Showcase that happened.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the Xbox. This is the year of the Xbox. Xbox came out swinging and a miss.
Oh, yeah.
You sure they missed? Oh no,
I'm pretty sure
it was huge. It was huge.
It's huge.
They got some good hits.
Please, okay. Well, go ahead. Let's talk about it. We got two Xbox experts here. Darkside, obviously, he's Xbox fan number 1. Ed Underground, you're Xbox fan number 4, and me and Green Tune are like 2 and 3. We're interchangeable. So, Ed Underground, or no, let's talk about the real news. Darkside, you saw a portion of the Xbox showcase.
The portion.
Well, to be fair, it was the best portion. It's the only portion that I did not fall asleep in. Tell us your initial reaction of that portion of the showcase.
Well, I did not watch the showcase, but I was told that Ed Underground was streaming the showcase now. And he did break the news through the only language that he knows that's not AI art. It's the use of GIFs, however you want to say it. Ed is an amazing communicator through the art form.
Heck, I am.
Speak volumes through only a few moving images.
Yes, I can.
He really does. He's really very good at it.
He's really actually good at it.
He can make you infuriated within a few seconds.
He does.
And get his ideas across very quickly.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Which I will tip my hat on. But yeah, as we all know, I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones. Big fan, huge fan. It's big thing for me. So they revealed Indiana Jones game, which I knew was being made, but they decided to put it on this showcase. And I watched it, and man, oh man, it is certainly a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Expound on that.
I mean, what can I say? It's like from the creators of Todd Howard, from the mind of Todd Howard. Why would anyone be nervous? Like it's a great
that's just hits, baby hits.
Starfield, like from the makers of Starfield. Fucking Fallout 76.
Yeah,
banger after banger.
Why wouldn't I be it's just,
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, true.
Elder Scrolls actually,
which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's doing
actually, for real though, being made by Machine Games, so they make the Wolfenstein games, so they're pretty good. But yeah, they showed the like footage, and it's being received pretty well. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's being received generally pretty well. Now,
it is.
But from the dark side opinion, my reaction was not very great. There's a couple things. Look, there's a reason why I like Uncharted from PlayStation. It's because it's basically Indiana Jones, right? It's like it's there's the only reason I like Nathan Drake. When it comes to Indiana Jones, he can fuck himself, but I love Nathan Drake, but he's no Indiana Jones. That's the game I've always wanted, and Uncharted is Indiana Jones, the game that I've always wanted. Now, Machine Games, this game that they're making is like a first-person game with third-person elements. I'm not crazy about that. Of course, I will give it a chance. I will play it, but a first-person Indiana Jones game is not what I've ever envisioned or wanted, because the character you want to see that character. He's iconic. He's an iconic look. He's got an iconic set of moves, like with his whip and everything. And I just think, but I'm not a big first person gamer, so that was one thing that really irked me a little bit. But I could get used to that. But I think the one thing that really bothers me, and we all know that I have a what's the word? Appreciation of Harrison Ford as an actor.
Yeah.
The voice that they have for this, for I think it's Troy Baker.
Yes.
Okay, look, it's not. If you're gonna get Harrison, if you're gonna pay money to get Harrison Ford's likeness, then just deep fake his voice, because there are mannerisms in his performance that make it unique to that character. And if you don't believe me, check out Solo, a Star Wars movie. There are things that you cannot get across. Anyone could play Han Solo, but there's only one Han Solo, and it's in the way that he carries himself. It's in the gruff voice. It's in his like old man attitude. And Indiana Jones is very unique in the performance. So I just don't understand. For me, it stood out. I feel like I'm an outlier, but I will check it out. But I think the voice stood out for me. That's not Indiana Jones' voice. So it's just weird. You get the visual, but not the audio. So
Well, they got the visual down, I would say, very well. I think that's the best
I don't know.
close
Okay,
to
I don't know if it's that like the. I wasn't that impressed with the visual
that
either.
first shot where he's in the sand. Like,
Yeah,
wow, I thought it was really impressive.
I didn't think the facial like I didn't think it looked that good. Now maybe it's because it's not a cutscene. Maybe it's like in game.
It's in game.
Yeah, that didn't look great to me. It looked a little janky. So, um, but I'm not. I don't hold that to any kind of standard. I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see what we get out of it. But that's all I know from the Xbox showcase. My heart was broken, and it was um, put back together, and it was a hell of a ride. So I have a reason to keep that Xbox. I've told myself there's a reason. It just doesn't collect dust over there. I now know what that reason is, to play this game, and then I will head to GameStop and get my $20.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
I'm gonna trade it in for 2 Funko Pops. I believe that's my plan.
Wow. I mean,
wow.
That's
GameStop just got ripped off.
Yeah.
They just got ripped off.
They walked into it. It's their fault.
It's
Right.
exclusive to Xbox too, from what I've been told.
That's
It's
not
coming
really
out day one.
That's not really helping Xbox, I don't think.
Well, a lot of people were, from what I've seen in comment sections, a lot of people were actually asking, "Is this going to be exclusive?" And
Yeah,
when I
'cause
see replies,
they don't want to play it on Xbox. Everybody's like, "Damn, like you're
it's a
messing
good
it."
game. Looks like a good game.
I forgot where I watched that. I don't know if it was IGN or somewhere else, but from everybody seemed like they actually were not a huge fan of it. While I was looking at the comments on it live, people didn't like that it was first person. They're like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
It
The
sucks."
first person is definitely a thing, and I think I'll tell you right now, the reason the first person is a thing is because of Uncharted.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then who aped Uncharted? Like Tomb Raider, and Tomb Raider did it well too.
Yeah.
But all of these games are just Indiana Jones. We've never. I've said this before. Just reskin Uncharted, and you will get what you want.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
So the third party, the third person view has been literally king of like a lot of action games, especially of that type of game. So it's crazy the fact that they went first person, and the voice kind of throws me off. It doesn't sound like Harrison Ford whatsoever. It has a very small hint of his voice, but you can easily tell that's obviously not Harrison Ford. I feel like they got the image of him kind of correct a little bit of his younger self. So I'm like, why don't you do some like voice modulation, make him sound younger? That's
AI.
obviously we see it on YouTube. People do this shit all the time. They make people's voices they de-age their voices. I don't know why these companies can't do it. Like it just seems like they just turn a blind eye to
ironic.
this technology. So weird.
I feel like they didn't. I feel like they I feel like they made a conscious decision where they were like, all right, we could AI the voice, and I'm sure they could easily do it. But I think they made a conscious decision to be like, no, this is a unique artistic take by this actor, and he's gonna try to do his version of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, well, they could have. I'm saying like they should have got Harrison Ford now, do the voice lines, and then they de-age him.
Okay, well, I know you guys. I know you didn't see Dial of Destiny, but there's a de-age sequence at the beginning of it. And I talked about it. They de-aged him. He looks great. He looks like he's a young man. Action, but they did for some reason they didn't de-age his voice. He sounds like 70-year-old Harrison Ford with a 20-year-old Harrison Ford body.
It was so
way
weird.
off.
It's
weird,
way off.
weird move they made, and it seems like they're making another weird. But I don't know what it is. Maybe there's something in Harrison Ford's digital contract that you better not de-age my voice. Fuck it up,
I just
so they
think
know it's not me.
I just think it was a choice of whoever created that movie, because they could have easily like de-aged his voice.
Yeah, they could have.
You're talking about like billion, trillion-dollar companies.
Yeah, ILM could have done it easy.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, they did. They brought his likeness in that movie is like you'd feel like you're watching something out of the late '80s. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's weird. It's just another. But like I said, playing this game, maybe it'll grow on me, but it just felt weird that I'm looking at something and it doesn't sound like that's something. So why would you make why don't you just get a generic guy to be Harrison or to be Indiana Jones then? Why are you getting the likeness of Harrison Ford and not matching the voice of a young Harrison?
You're right.
Ford?
They could have just made it its own thing. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't have to follow the movies.
Yeah, and that would have been fine. I would have still complained either way.
Yeah, you would have complained.
Yeah.
I just about to say
Dark's
that.
not gonna
Like,
complain.
why doesn't it follow the movies at all? Like,
Hey, yeah, either way, I'm gonna complain. But it just seemed like an odd. They have 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out of the door. It's just weird. But
yeah, come out all the way.
Yeah.
From a person, so I'm not a big Indiana Jones fan. Like, I can care less if a new one comes out, which one did that's somewhat recently. Like, man, okay, I'll watch it like in a month or so. This game I was not interested in, but I would say after watching this, there is some interest on my part. It's going to be on Game Pass, so I'm definitely going to play it.
Wait, does Game Pass actually have games on it?
Yeah,
we know that has Solar Ash. We can confirm that. Everything else, nobody knows.
Yeah, we don't know because you don't ever play any game other than Killer Instinct.
So, here's another thing. I do play other games.
Another one.
You guys just don't see me play the other games.
Just
because
I
play, just because
our point still stands.
As we said, yeah.
So hold on. I play on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There are 7 days in the week. Do you really think I play video games just on those 3 days?
Based on how your schedule goes, I mean, we don't know, but based on how you always say you're busy and you can't get a thumbnail out until a week and a half later, I would say that yes, I think that you're not playing video games during the non-stream hours.
Yeah, you're probably driving to and from the city.
Are you driving? Are you driving and playing video games at the same time?
Ed, are you driving and doing AI art at the same time?
Actually, I have done that.
I bet you
have done that.
Hulk diarrhea with the light bouncing off the diarrhea. Show me that image, please.
Yeah. Now, change the aperture to 1.2. I want a certain filter on it. Make it grainy.
Siri taking control of the wheel to avoid Lake Michigan because Ed's making fucking.
I actually have done AI art while driving.
AI probably saved your life, Ed, probably multiple times.
I can see Ed literally putting a magnet on his steering wheel and putting his phone on it. Like, Siri, take the wheel.
Siri, take the wheel.
It's like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
No, that's one day when
he puts the phone on the wheel.
Tesla.
He just starts doing AI art. He's like, don't worry, guys, I got this. He's like, this is a Tesla. Full self-driving.
This is not a Tesla.
Heck yeah.
Oh god.
So stupid.
So dumb. Like, God. Anyways, okay, so yeah. Well, really quick, Black Girls Hack has a question for. This is more for Darkside. And what's up, Bandito Mac? Black Girls Hack says, would anyone support a non-Harrison movie for Indiana Jones, and I think they kind of tried to do that, right, with Shia LaBeouf,
Solo.
like kind of.
Yeah, the Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
yeah, that
no.
was he was he was gonna play his son, but they killed him off.
They killed him
Dead
off.
on arrival.
Such a beautiful off-screen kill off.
Yeah, they killed him. They didn't even kill him. Like they killed him literally in
Properly.
between movies, right?
Yeah, in the Dial of Destiny, they mention offhandedly that he's
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Whatever.
Yeah, he
Died
died.
Vietnam.
Yep, his
His
father's
name
not more.
Pookie. How Pookie died or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There for a while they were talking about Chris Pratt doing Indiana Jones.
Oh, God.
He was going to do Indiana Jones.
Ah.
I don't know. Like, can somebody else do it? Good question. I don't know. Like Solo.
Yeah, I don't know who
The
else
Solo
can do it.
movie
Yeah,
is probably a cautionary tale that the magic of that character is with the actor.
Mhm.
So here's the thing. Can we see more Indiana Jones movies in the future? Yes, with the magic of AI art and AI deepfake technology, we probably could, and it probably would be fun. But you got to match 100% of the mannerisms.
yeah.
You can't have one foot in like this video game. Like that's exactly what I'm talking about. I think we will get more. I think we'll get the entire original cast of Star Wars back in Star Wars. 4.5.
Return of the Sith.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
We'll have the entire original cast of Star Wars as they looked in the 70s back in maybe 10 years. We'll have that, and they will sound and look the same. And Indiana Jones and another Godfather. We'll have all these things. This will happen. But it's got to be 100% captured. You know what I mean? Is it the ethical thing to do? I have no idea. I think we're way beyond that. We asked that question
we're
5 years
past that
ago,
point.
and somebody made a Hulk diarrheaing over a crowd, and we're done. We're out of that
Yeah,
conversation.
we're way past that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way past
Yeah,
that.
the cat's out of the bag, and Disney is hard on work on that deepfake movie right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think another human being, who doesn't look like Harrison Ford, should ever do it. No,
Just have to reboot it.
Yeah.
no,
But-
They
I don't
should
even think they should
just
reboot it.
clone him.
yeah. Well,
This-
he's already being cloned, so that's
He's already cloned. He
Yeah.
would
Oh,
probably be
nice.
one of the first candidates for cloning.
Absolutely. Bandito Max says, "Yeah, I would believe that." Also, that was believe that, and he laughed out loud. But he was talking about with Ed not playing video games during outside the streams, streaming periods. Yeah, because that's Ed is always driving to the city for some reason. No one knows what he does, but he's just out in the city. Yeah, he's just partying with them youngins. Like, hello.
I like to think that Ed is not partying with the youngins. I like to think that Ed is some kind of like Denzel equalizer situation where he's like righting the wrongs of society, and like a episode of the week scenario where we're just like living our lives and Ed's like saving the day somewhere.
Yeah, like Ed's like
Him and his scion, like in the mysterious darkness of the hot city.
Yeah, his all white scion.
Funny thing. No joke. I had a dream this morning that I was
nice.
Batman, and I was walking slowly inside the mall, making sure everything was safe. And then this guy was trying to steal something, and I stopped him. And the police came around and said, "Good job, Batman." And I left.
And were you the woman that was being saved?
First of all, I didn't say woman. I said someone was trying to do something. I forgot what it was.
Black
and
girl's
I stopped
hat.
that person.
She says,
That sounds
"Okay."
really interesting.
She
Ed.
says, "Okay, Robin."
I said I was Batman.
Okay. Oh wow. And that was quite the dream that you had there.
You know, when you call me, it's a picture of Robin. Let me.
Ed, I'll kill you.
What?
I'll kill you, Ed.
I'm not kidding.
All right, at Underground, was there anything else on this developer direct that was of any interest?
Yes, there was
Yeah.
something that I'm looking forward to. I'm in the
Oh, what's
list.
that?
I'm looking for the picture.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
Mhm.
is Senua Saga Hellblade 2, the prequel to Senua's Sacrifice, I believe it was called.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice. Yeah. Remember, yeah, you not know the name of your most
It's
beloved
been a
game.
while.
Favorite game.
been
Yeah,
a
it's
while.
not that
It's been a
important.
while.
Titles aren't important.
Yeah,
It's
not,
been a while.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the first game I thought was
Very
really
casual,
impressive.
Yeah, very
No,
casual.
I just haven't played in a while. It's actually 90% off now on
Yes.
Xbox.
They're
Yes.
preparing for this new game that's coming out.
Seems like
Yeah.
they're desperate to get people the.
Well, the
With the
game's been out for
franchise.
years now. I mean, shoot,
Now,
my brother
are you-
just found a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot at Walmart on sale for $5.
What is that? What is
That's
that?
Yeah,
Kakarot.
Kakarot. Yeah, that's
T-shirt.
It's a Dragon Ball Z game.
Funko
Yeah.
Pop?
Oh,
Yeah,
game,
that
it's a
old
game.
game. Yeah, that's
It's a game.
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Alright.
really, no one really cares about those old Dragon Ball
But
Z.
what I'm
games.
saying is it's been out for a while. Like games have been up for a while. There'll be what $20, $10 off.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
$10
tell
probably.
tell Nintendo that. Okay, Nintendo doesn't get the memo.
Oh, they don't care.
Yeah.
Nintendo's Nintendo. But
And
anyways,
how mad do you think Ninja Theory is that they keep Xbox
mad.
this is the second or third time they've done it where they put something else that outshadows Senua's Sacrifice?
Outshadows?
Saga.
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 Senua's
The second
Saga.
one. Yes.
There's always like something in the last showcase they showed it. They put something else that became like right now. If you look up Xbox Showcase, all everyone's talking about is Indiana Jones. You'll get Indiana Jones. Everyone's just like that's
fine.
the thing. It's fine, but I'm just saying, like, is Senua's Saga supposed to be like their like a tentpole game for them?
The what game? Tedpole?
Tent pole.
Oh, tent.
Yeah,
Tento.
like one of the major pillars.
It's like a major pillar.
I mean, I can see it being that way. Like this is me. I don't care if it's the most popular game or the least most popular game. I'm into it. I'm going to enjoy it either way. I want to play that game because I want to play the game, not because it's the hype game of the week or whatever. So I can care less about that.
Do you think it deserves any hype though?
But you're not really answering his question.
I think
either.
it does deserve hype because so I do follow them on Instagram and I do see how they're actually making the game and the actress with doing the motion capture and everything like that. They're doing very exceedingly well from what I've seen behind the scenes. They
the thing
put
is,
lots of love and care into the game. So
I have a question,
so.
but you didn't really answer his question, right? His question was,
what was the question?
Was that how do you think Ninja Theory feels that they're getting outshined every single time they're supposed to showcase the game? They get outshined by another game instead, and it seems like Xbox is putting other games before them.
Yeah.
In every showcase.
I don't think they're trying to bury it.
No, they're not trying to. Obviously, they're not trying to bury it. I mean, they did
I don't think
buy them. They bought the company, but I mean, think about it like this: Senua's Sacrifice. Although though they had one game, it was really good. They had previous games, Devil May Cry, which wasn't the best. I would say out of all the games they've made, Ninja Theory, Senua is, in my opinion, the best out of all the games they've made.
Hello. You really think it's the best?
In my opinion.
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory? You think that's their best game?
In my opinion.
That's a hot take. That's definitely a hot take.
I said my opinion.
That is pretty.
I said my opinion.
That is his opinion. Yeah.
I said,
no, he can have an opinion and it can be wrong, but it's his opinion. That's fine. I get that.
That's how some things are.
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Anyways, you're putting I'll use the award show for an example. You put Senua's Saga up against who was presented?
Any game.
Kojima had a presentation. God of War had a presentation. Kind of a short one, but you're putting like what I think is a good game against these legendary game developers, creators, games. It's a tough business. That's all I'm saying. So it's going to get outshined no matter who it is, I would say.
Yeah, but
I mean, Indiana Jones, who's been around longer? Indiana Jones?
No, it is big,
Senua?
but like once again, somebody at Xbox sits there and makes the decision to be like, all right, we're going to put Indiana Jones, and so Ninja Theory is like, wait, can we do that?
No, I
another
think it's a good
showcase?
thing. It's a banger after a banger, in my opinion. I mean, what if it was just Indiana Jones, nothing else?
I think it would have had just as many headlines.
No, people will be saying, "Oh, that direct sucks."
Well, I think
people would say that.
Still saying that.
Yeah, they're still saying that regardless. So
they showed. Okay, let's just jump off here. They showed a couple other games. They showed Avowed, which is Obsidian's new game, and I'm hearing a lot of like not so great things about that, and that's a big hype game for Xbox.
I'm not looking forward to that either. I had a few takes on that. It looked sluggish. It looked like it was a PC game. I noticed a lot of
What
the
the fuck
enemies.
does that mean?
It just looks all right, whatever. An old school PC game. But
Old
I
school.
noticed a lot of the
okay,
enemies,
okay.
a lot of the enemies, when they're like moving around, they move
Yeah.
kind of stiff. They were like,
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was under development, but
yeah.
just odd. Like it's a hype game. I don't think that's gonna help with their hype, but
Oh,
we'll see.
and it looked like it was made in 2015.
Right.
The characters, they just didn't look like they were 2024, even 2021. They
Yeah.
looked like they were on almost Xbox One-ish.
No, to be
I'll even say
fair, I
Xbox
think
One
Obsidian is
X.
more well known for their like the content in the game and the conversations and the choices. Like Obsidian made they make one of the Fallout, like did they make New
What's that?
Vegas?
New Vegas?
New Vegas? Did they make New Vegas?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I'll look that up, but
Yeah, Bandito Max said they made New Vegas.
yeah, New
Okay,
Vegas.
there you go.
So yeah, it seems like they're they're known for more of the content and the
Yeah.
maybe that's where the game will shine. I don't know. But,
I mean, the game looks beautiful. I would say Senua's Saga does look beautiful. I have Senua's Sacrifice. I've had it for years. Will probably never play it because I've seen it Underground play it. I think
it's a great game.
I think I even gave copies away for free to people.
Wow.
I think I
Nice.
gave you one, Green Tuner.
You're serious?
Yeah, I think
I remember.
I think I had Steam Key.
Yeah,
Either
Steam
you or
Key.
Darkside took it. And I maybe gave Jake one. I don't remember.
I think I won.
Nice.
But yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I probably will never play it because, like I said, I've
That's
seen
how
it.
badly you went to get rid of it.
Yeah, I need to get rid of it.
It's a good game.
I'm not saying it isn't, but it just seemed boring when I watch you play, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Well, so apparently, from your perspective, any adventure game I play is boring because I don't know.
Not true. You played Hi-Fi Rush, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, Hi-Fi Rush is a different beast. Is
it a non-adventure game?
Solar Ash was pretty cool.
Yeah, Solar Ash was cool.
Yeah, but those are two different types of games.
You played Sonic Frontier, and you haven't beaten that, but I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
You said that was boring.
Watching you play was boring, but
of course you said that.
No,
the game is cool, but you're bored.
What do you expect in an open world game? There's not going to be action like every 5 seconds.
No,
Hi-Fi Rush is a different beast.
No.
It's not. Hold on, it's not a different beast. It's a different beast because it's not an open world game.
You're making shit up. You're coping.
What?
You're coping.
How?
You're coping pretty hard.
Yeah, you're like
that's not an excuse. An open world.
I played
open
Zelda.
world. Oh, what do you expect? Yeah, Zelda.
Yeah,
Zelda. I was fine with you watching.
Tons of stuff
was
to look
boring.
at.
You said
no,
it was boring.
you were boring. You were boring playing it. Now the game was
fun. What do you expect me to do playing a game when I'm like running to my next destination when I don't have a horse? I mean, there's a big gap of an open field. What do you expect me to do?
I'm not worried about that. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, it'll be boring. You'll be like sitting there fighting a boss, right? And then you'll spend 40 minutes, an hour fighting that one boss, that one block boss. And I'm like, Ed, like, just attack the damn boss. And you're like,
oh, I remember this.
Yeah, you just were running in circles for an hour. And I'm like, Ed, just do something. Like,
it's
holy
not a
shit.
straightforward game. There's things you're going to do constantly and multiple times.
Okay,
Hi-Fi Rush you're pretty much straightforward.
You're coping.
Beat this part and then you go to the next one. It's not like an open world game.
Yes, you're
Every
right.
open world game you said, oh, this is boring. Zelda.
Yep.
Senua's Saga. No, Sacrifice, my fault. Which I'm going to play day one.
That's open world?
Technically it is open world. Yeah. You're walking around.
Linear.
It's more open world. There's no horse. You're walking or running around constantly everywhere. Mm-hmm. There's really no help, no HUD, no health bar, nothing. You're just whatever. You have to listen to everything. You have to have headphones on. Otherwise, you're really out of luck playing the game.
Sure. I'm not like, and Bandito Mac is saying, probably remembering your Hi-Fi Rush gameplay, to be honest. No. I'm not talking about that. Ed's just saying that I'm not saying that Ed can't play adventure games and so forth and he can do it well. I'm just saying sometimes like Sonic Frontier was boring because I'm like, it's all about going fast.
It's open world.
Yeah, and you will be going slow. Like I felt like you were like Potbelly Sonic
It's
instead of Slim
open
Sonic.
world. You're running around and not going through any kind of adventure or anything. You're running around, discovering things.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, that whole, I'm not gonna lie. Bandito actually said, he said, okay, so for the showcase, it was Indiana Jones, Avowed, and Hellblade. Probably the only marquee titles from the show, to be honest.
Yeah.
He says, you guys hear about the rumors that Xbox first party titles and Game Pass planning to be on Nintendo and Sony as well. Now, we talked about this, and Darkside had called it out a long time ago that Xbox is going to transition from being a hardware company where they're making consoles to just acquiring game studios.
Yeah, studios.
And then
becoming
using
Netflix
Keyword.
games.
Yeah, Netflix games.
Keyword
The Netflix
rumor.
games, yeah.
But we've heard this rumor before. Now I'm not denying
but
that
we got,
it will go to well, it's already on TVs, on Samsung TVs. But it's been
Yes.
rumored for a long time that's going to be on PlayStation and Nintendo.
well, the thing is,
I mean,
And
what's
you,
new?
you are the biggest denier of that.
Nah, you're like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like Xbox is killing it with the consoles, and Xbox year
Didn't
after
say
year.
that. I'm just saying that it's unlikely that a Xbox platform will be officially in the Nintendo App Store to actually play Xbox Game Pass games on there or whatever kind of Xbox type game.
So you're pretty much saying that it won't happen. And
It's
Darkside,
most unlikely.
all of us are saying like it will happen. I don't know, Green Turner, how do you feel? Do you feel like it would happen?
Well, it's rumors right now, like it has been.
It's
for
rumors,
a long
but that would
time.
make the most sense, right?
It will make the most sense.
Especially if they're not gonna gain ground with like new hardware or whatever.
Yeah, their consoles are not going to ever outsell Nintendo
I
or
think they've
PlayStation.
realized at this point they cannot beat Nintendo or PlayStation.
Well,
on
like
the
it
hardware
has
front.
On the hardware
like they-
front, for sure.
like they
On
said,
On the hardware, software for
Software
sure,
front,
they
absolutely,
can,
they could make up.
Microsoft
they-
is, up there when it comes to software.
Yeah.
like they said for a while now, their competition, from what they said, has not been Nintendo and Sony. It's been Amazon and some other company, because Amazon, believe it or not, they have a streaming service, a video game streaming service called Luna, but no one's heard about it. No one's even played it. I don't even know if this is still a thing, but
I think
that's
Luna
what they
got shut
said.
down. I think it might,
Maybe.
it may, but it has very limited titles and all this other stuff. So yeah, we're not even worried about Luna. Luna's not even in the equation.
Well, I'm just saying that's what Xbox, Microsoft said. Like they're
Yeah,
not
of
even.
course.
Yeah.
Because they can't compete with the number one gaming and the number one, number two gaming consoles at the moment. So they of course they're gonna have to go be like, well, let's beat up the little guy first.
Ed, you were hell bent on this not being a possibility. You seem to be softened.
No,
and
like
opening up
I said even back then,
interesting
Like
things
baby
for
shit
me.
off.
like I said back then, I think it'd be cool. This is what I said before too. I think it'd be cool.
Okay.
That being
Wow.
said, it's unlikely it's going to happen because it's
backtracking.
Nintendo. Nope, this is what I said before. Same rumor back then, same comment about it back then, same comment about it now. Nothing has changed.
Okay, well, Bandito Max says this. He actually quoted something. I don't know exact source he got it from, but we can trust Bandito. He said, Xbox Chief Financial Officer Tim Stewart has been speaking about the company's future goals, including his mission to eventually bring a subscription service, Xbox Game Pass, to every screen that can play games. That includes devices from rival companies like the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. So Tim Stewart is on the record saying this. So this is becoming less of a rumor.
It's not a secret. Anyone with a brain, once they start acquiring studios and Game Pass and clouds, like you could put, it's 1, 2, 3. It's really obvious what they're doing. And like the only person who could not will not see this as the possibility, the inevitability that the hardware is not, they're failing in the hardware. And I think they realize that they can only waste so much money on hardware, and they're a software company and they know where their bread and butter is. And I think Xbox is, I think that they've made a lot of very big acquisitions. And I think Microsoft at some point will be like, okay, we need to make this money back because you bought all these big major acquisitions. And I think those are investments, and that investment has to,
or tax
it's
write-off.
not that investment or tax write-off. That investment is not going to be redeemed by the Xbox, like the console. The console is not going to do it for them.
We don't know yet.
What do you mean? How many years are we going to have of Xbox One failing?
Well, the Xbox One did fail, yes.
Well, I'm talking about the Xbox. Currently, the Xbox brand is not succeeding.
Well, we don't know what's coming up. They bought all these studios. Who knows? They might have some bigger games back to back, and all of a sudden, whoa, okay, Xbox is a place to be now. You never know.
That's not how money. That's not how it works.
Ed will be the perfect investor, like the perfect stakeholder. Like you could be absolute dog shit and just put out press releases every once in a while. Be like, hey guys, we got a new game coming out called. It starts with a K, and it might end in a T, and then be some random ass game called like cunt or something like that. Spelled with a K. Spelled with a K. I don't know. It's something stupid, and it would be like, whoa, like Xbox coming back, baby. And, you know, Xbox has failed year after year after year. It has been successful in certain endeavors, and the most successful is in Game Pass. Everybody has said this. Phil Spencer has said that Xbox hasn't been profitable. Pretty much since its inception.
I wouldn't say since its inception. I would say ever since Xbox One, but go on.
Well, sure, if you want to go by Xbox One.
Game Pass is being held back by the Xbox.
Absolutely.
Game Pass is it's like Netflix is only available on Motorola phones. Can you, like, if someone at Netflix would be like, if only there was a way we could get on more screens, what can we do?
Well, I mean, you can say that with PlayStation and Nintendo. I mean,
but PlayStation and Nintendo have not acquired all of these massive studios and
PlayStation
all of these,
acquired Bungie.
Yeah, Bungie.
Yeah, the guys from Halo.
Microsoft owns fucking Call of Duty and World of Warcraft.
Yeah, they do now.
Yeah. Diablo, Overwatch.
Yeah, this list is crazy.
You have the entire Elder Scrolls series.
Why not spread it all then? Like, okay, PlayStation here. Will be on your Xbox or Microsoft. Hey, Nintendo. Hey, Xbox. Let's have our app on your console now. I mean, why not do all that then?
I think they will.
Yes, that's the point. That's exactly what we're talking about.
That is the point. The hardware is not working. You're containing it in a prison.
It's like okay, a good example is this, right? Microsoft has, like, think of outside of video games, right? We saw the Windows Phone spectacularly failed. It was a good product for what it was trying to do, but it failed, right? So that's one thing. When it comes to hardware, Microsoft doesn't make, outside of like the Surface and so forth.
Zoom was pretty cool.
Zoom was pretty cool.
Zoom was pretty cool at the time.
Zoom, I liked my Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom was pretty cool at the time. But that did not pan out. Well, it got discontinued because they were going to put it onto phones, because going from iPod to Apple or to iPhones, that was the rage. But then you have like the actual laptops. You see, for the most part, Microsoft doesn't make desktops. Like they don't have Microsoft branded desktops. They sell the OS that goes into the desktop.
Yes.
Now they have like the Surface and so forth, which is like the hardware. Now you see that Microsoft really limits the amount of hardware that they get into outside of like cloud services, right? Because that's the big thing. Cloud services is the huge moneymaker. Like for Amazon. Amazon doesn't make money from Prime. From Amazon Prime. Prime in of itself is not where Amazon makes most of its money at. It actually, I think from what I remember, this is years ago, but I think Amazon was losing money from Prime because they were giving out so many options and giving them so many offers and all this other stuff. Where they make, like Amazon makes most of their money at is in AWS. AWS absolutely is Amazon's moneymaker. So with Amazon, like, with Microsoft saying that they're competing with Amazon, they're not competing Amazon with their streaming services as far as, we want to go against Luna. That's not what they want to go against. They want to go against AWS. AWS is going to be the backbone that's going to actually get Amazon to that next level. So let's think of like Netflix. Like Netflix is powered by AWS. So that whole infrastructure, like how popular Netflix is, Max, all these other places that have these massive libraries and these massive people that they need to reach out to, Amazon's getting a huge check from them every year or whatever, however they have their every month or every year, whatever, how they have their payment plan set up. They're getting huge checks for them. And all they have to do is provide the service of the infrastructure in the background. Same thing for Microsoft. It makes more sense since Microsoft already has Azure and they already know about the hardware side on the back end for the cloud. it makes more sense for them to get out of the Xbox game. Like, they can still do Xboxes, sure. People want to do Xboxes. But what makes a lot more sense is like, hey, we have the infrastructure that Sony doesn't have. Sony doesn't have the infrastructure to have cloud services at scale like Microsoft can. So if I'm Microsoft, I say I have a distinct advantage over my competitors where I'm losing in this other sector. Let me go ahead and kick it off with this new sector, which I'm competing against Amazon, but they're competing anyways. Let me compete in this new sector that I have a distinct advantage of. Like, the only people they compete with is like Google, and that's still at a lower level than
Google.
And then Amazon. And then there's also Oracle and all this other BS, but mainly those top three. Hey, let's make a service that we can put on to Sony machines, and Sony can't compete with us. And Sony is like, oh shit, well, we're gonna sell more not Dreamcast, more PlayStations and all this other shit. We still have our first party libraries, and then they're gonna have that symbiotic relationship. And Amazon can just collect checks, or not Amazon, Microsoft can just collect checks from Sony being so popular and so forth. So it just makes complete financial sense for them to do that, and it just makes sense for all of this to work out. I don't know why. If I was Sony, I probably wouldn't take that deal because, yeah, I mean, it's still, you're gonna be paying now your competitor to be on the back end.
Really?
Well, no, actually, it'll be the opposite. Microsoft will probably pay Sony, but they'll probably be able to reach out to so Sony should be fine with doing that. But then, at the same time, they're having a competitor on their platform.
No,
so
they'll be paying Microsoft. Like
No,
I said from the beginning.
no,
of
Microsoft
this
would be paying
rumor,
Microsoft would be paying Sony.
But like I've been saying from the beginning of this rumor, which was a few years ago. Like, okay, that's a cool idea. It's just unlikely. Well, would I like to see it? Yeah, I would like to see it. I want to play Xbox Game Pass on my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's just unlikely.
Why is it unlikely? He spent 5 solid minutes.
Yeah, and I
why
agree.
it's likely.
And I agree with what he's saying. I'm just saying,
why is it unlikely?
From the history of Nintendo and Sony themselves, they don't like to do business with each other.
Yeah, but things.
Look at Sega, right?
Sega's dead. Sega died.
Sega died on the hardware side.
So they had no, on the hardware
but on the
side,
software side,
there was no choice for them. Okay, do we just kill our games off forever now, or do we go on to other platforms? We all saw that happen.
They went into.
I mean,
but that's the
that
same
moment
concept.
happens though, and that moment happens, and you would not, like years ago, you would say that's never going to happen. You'll never see that happen.
No.
Here we are.
We kind of saw that happening.
No, you didn't see that happen. There's nobody.
I own the Dream. Well, still own a Dreamcast. Like, they had what, 3 great games, and that was it.
They had a lot of good games. They had a lot of good games.
That's fine.
They had they had less than PlayStation at that time, and even Nintendo at that time. But nobody
would have ever thought. Like, I think you're doing this hindsight thing where you're like, oh man, now it was so inevitable. Everybody knew that. Nobody knew that back in the day.
There were talks about that on I forgot what magazine company talked about it. But
there are talks about this now. We're talking about it.
Yeah, but
and it happened then, and it's probably going to happen now.
It just seems unlikely. Like I said, I would like to see that. That'd be awesome. I would like to play Halo or Doom on my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
From the streaming, not from a little cartridge they have. That's bad graphics. I'm just saying, it just seems unlikely.
See, it's unlikely because
it's unlikely because Nintendo, their history, they don't like to play well with others. And the same thing with Sony.
Doesn't. Okay, but
Sony's been throwing jabs at Xbox for years.
Yeah, so I mean, they're
now all of a sudden, hey, let's be buddy, and yeah, I mean, it just seems unlikely because
it's not about being buddy. It's about money. It's about
I get that.
Like you said, it's a symbiotic relationship.
I get that.
Sony and Microsoft have found a way to survive, and they both can make money. They're gonna make money, and you're right. Same with Nintendo. Things change.
It just, like I said, I would like to see it. It just seems unlikely because of PlayStation and Nintendo's history.
Okay,
how,
all right.
You know how Nintendo...
You say Nintendo's history, but then you see collabs of Sonic and Mario Strikers or some shit like that. Like, what are you talking about?
That's different because...
That's not different. That's literally the same thing.
Because Sega doesn't have their own hardware system anymore. Sega's been done for years. Sega's on everything.
We're saying that Microsoft will make a transition, whereas Microsoft might still put out Xboxes, sure, but they are no longer going to produce them at scale like they're doing now. It'll be a much lower scale because Game Pass in of itself can be scaled up indefinitely to whatever need that is, whatever is needed at that time from their Game Pass service. So it's the exact same scenario.
Like I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you halfway. I think it's a great idea. Shoot, you can play Game Pass on a Samsung TV. It's cool. I've played Game Pass on someone's computer. Pretty cool. I would love to see it be on Nintendo and PlayStation. It's just it just seems unlikely. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But you acknowledge that all the clues lead to this inevitability, right? You understand that? All of every move they're making is, and even
I can't take
whoever
anything,
executive that they're talking about.
Their CFO.
They're literally the guy
CFO who is in charge.
And still doesn't believe it.
Didn't Phil Spencer try to buy out Nintendo once?
Did probably?
Okay,
I think,
yeah.
No, he didn't try to.
There's
he didn't try to. He was talking. He was lied to.
So like they talk about this too. So we don't know.
He didn't try to. He said.
Okay, but still, they talked about it, right? They talked about it. Yes or no?
Sure.
Yeah, I have an email where I tried to buy.
That's not true.
That's not. Who knows what's gonna happen?
That's like saying, man, I really like this car. Man, that would be great if we ever bought them. It's not saying I tried. That's not I tried to buy it. That's really
wasn't there apparently an email or something like that?
Literally, email. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
dude,
Okay, so here we go. All right.
He probably. Yeah, it was an email from one guy saying like, "Oh, I'd like to buy that."
Yeah, okay. He's like, "Oh, I'm trying."
That's not Microsoft going like, "Okay, Microsoft's making moves to acquire."
We're making a merger deal.
Here's what I'm saying: Microsoft can say a lot of things. Doesn't mean it's going to happen until there's actual proof. Like, okay, this has been acquired, or this is on.
Okay, so actual proof. That's what we're talking about. All the stuff that's happening, and the dude who literally works there is saying it.
Yeah, like Phil Spencer said, the dude who works there, who has been pretty known, has said, "Hey, I would like to buy Nintendo." He said a lot of things.
No.
Until right now, it's a rumor. Until there is actual physical proof,
Phil Spencer
from PlayStation or Nintendo saying, "Hey, Microsoft is going to be your Game Pass is going to be on our apps pretty soon." Okay, cool. But until then, it's just a rumor.
I mean,
it's just like Nintendo being bought out or whatever. Being bought out. Yeah.
No one's saying it's not a rumor. We're all saying it's a rumor, but
yeah, it's a rumor. So
we're talking about what is your acceptance level of the likelihood of this rumor with all the evidence.
Like I said, there's a lot of evidence. There's a lot of evidence of Microsoft trying to buy Nintendo.
I'm only asking for the likelihood. I'm not asking for the validity of it happening.
Like I said from the beginning of years ago, since this rumor, it'd be awesome, but it's unlikely.
Unlikely. You still think it's unlikely? Okay.
Yeah.
Stick to your guns.
I didn't say, "Oh, it's not going to happen." Blah blah blah. This sucks. This rumor's dumb. No, I'm just saying, I would like for this to happen. Will it happen? It just seems unlikely because of how PlayStation and Nintendo have done things for years. Nintendo is the worst of them.
Okay. All right.
Am I wrong? Is Nintendo not the worst of them? I'm just saying.
Anyways,
we need to get out of here.
All right. I'm just like, I'm bailing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
I tried to end it already.
He says that Amazon owns the internet pretty much with AWS, and that's true. AWS pretty much runs the world, so crazy stuff. Anywho, so let's get into our main topic, hour and a half after discussion.
Yeah, I was gonna say damn.
That was you guys. Go on.
Anyways, so our main discussion that we're obviously going to talk about is Echo. So Marvel put out a 5-episode series based on the previous entry of, what was it, She-Hulk? No, not She-Hulk.
No, that
Echo is
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Wow.
Yeah. Same thing. So yeah, coming off of the coattails of Hawkeye, so Echo got its own individual 5-episode series.
Marvel Spotlight presentation.
Yeah, pretty short. One? Yeah, pretty short. Was roughly about 40-50 minutes per episode. Seems like it got shorter per episode, which was kind of backwards. I kind of thought a little bit. But
originally it was going to be 8 episodes. It turned out to be 5.
Yeah, I can see why they did that, but yeah, I expected 5 hours, at least an hour episode, or 45 minutes per episode.
I think I'm getting used to Disney's like off standard run times. You know what I mean?
No,
they're kind of all over the place, and I like
it works. It works. I see like a lot of studios are kind of doing that too. More often. With Monarch did the same thing to an extent. With Lord of the Rings, they did it somewhat of the same thing. I'm just surprised that this one was the most dramatic of run times because you went from 50 minutes to
I think 37.
To like 37, yeah, like 37.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
You're right.
This is getting short. But yeah, so this is just our review. So who wants to kick it off?
I think Ed Underground should kick it off.
Yeah,
he's been chomping at the bit to talk about this.
Spamming.
Chomping at the bit, like Green Tuner said.
He needs to get it off his chest, guys.
Yeah, this is the release that he needs. This has been almost like 2 weeks of like no nut.
He's about to bust.
Yeah, he's about
I kind of want to hear what you guys want to say about it first.
Shelter. No, we need to know what we have doctors standing by if you don't go first.
Yeah, like dude, you have like the biggest blue balls for Echo, and you just need to just release. So go ahead, man, kick it off.
Okay, so I was actually looking forward to Echo. I saw the trailer for Echo, watched it a few times because I was excited to see Daredevil coming back. I was definitely excited to see Kingpin coming back, even though he got shot in the head. But I believe, I forgot his name, but the guy who plays Kingpin, phenomenal actor. Daredevil, always phenomenal. The trailer looked amazing. Excited to see it. I know a little bit about Echo in the comic books. Excited to see how this will turn into live action. We've seen her in Hawkeye, and he was kind of cool in Hawkeye. So I was looking forward to this. And the first ever Marvel under Disney spotlight, whatever you want to call it, TVMA. So
was it TVMA?
Yeah, it was TVMA.
Oh, actually, it was actually TVMA?
Yeah, it was TVMA. Yeah, the first ever yeah, you can look it up. First ever Marvel under Disney through spotlight type, whatever you want to call it.
Strong sexual content? What?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I'm in, I would say a little bit above mid expectations to see this. I unsubscribed to Disney Plus, so I watch it on Hulu.
Oh, I thought you unsubscribed because of the show.
No, I unsubscribed for a different reason. But so I watched it, and I would say the first episode was pretty good. The good recap of, getting people who don't know about the show kind of caught up. Okay, what's going on? I think they did a phenomenal job of doing that, catching people up, because I wasn't going to watch Hawkeye again or whatever, anything before that. And I would say my expectations were not matched up. This was
no shit.
Hold on. This was absolutely atrocious. Horrible. Horrible. Probably the worst Marvel streaming show I've seen probably ever at this moment.
The worst ever. Wow.
Yeah, it's probably the worst. So hold on. I feel like I was baited and switched because we see
worse than how you felt about She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, didn't like it. But we're not talking about
She-Hulk. This is worse, is what I mean.
Wait, don't. Why are you all of a sudden talking about? We're not talking about She-Hulk. When you bring up the Marvels at any opportunity.
Hold on, I don't want to talk about more junk.
No, but
I want to stick on this.
Right?
I forgot She-Hulk was even a thing until you brought it up, because the memory of that is gone.
But is your statement still stand? This is worse.
This is worse.
But you're thinking this is the worst show.
This is the worst Disney Marvel streaming show that has been presented. Streaming show. Keyword streaming show.
Okay, go on.
Where is I'm going back to? I feel like I was baited and switched. You presented this amazing trailer. You put in Daredevil.
Daredevil?
Hold on, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Hold on, you put in Daredevil. Hold on, you put in Daredevil. You put in Kingpin.
Worse than Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Worse than Secret Invasion?
Yes. Yes. Hold on.
Wow. Okay.
You put in.
Hold on your list, Waldo.
Hold on. You put in Kingpin, who has gone against Daredevil, who has gone against other people in the Marvel universe, who has been shown to be a great villain, who has been literally castrated in this series. This series is terrible.
How's he castrated?
That's why it's MA.
Castrated?
It's TVMA.
How's he castrated, Ed?
Oh, and why was this even TVMA? This is
because there's a lot of blood.
This was PG-13 at its best. So there were only 3 fight scenes out of this 5-episode TV series. Thankfully, it was only 5, because if it was 8,
you would have walked away.
I would have walked away from my TV.
Wouldn't have made it.
Or in this case, my phone, because I got tired of the rest of episodes and decided to watch on my phone. Like,
you did literally say before you watch this better be good.
Yeah, this better be good. Yeah. And do you know how many things they switched up? Like Echo, in the comic books.
We don't need to know what they switched up. Talk about the show.
No, it's important. That's important. That's important because
that's important.
Hold on. This came from the writer, the directors and writers themselves. When it comes to Marvel's Echo, director Sidney Freeland made a major decision. Maya Lopez, played by I don't know how to pronounce her name, the person who plays as Echo, would have different powers than what she has in the comics. In an interview with Variety, Freeland didn't want to spoil changes she made, but it was clear how she felt about the original Echo's abilities. Now, these are her exact words from an interview. That's on YouTube. You can find it yourself. Her power in the comic books is that she can copy any movement, anywhere, any movement or whatever. It's kind of lame. She said herself that Echo's powers in the comic books is lame. Freeland told the publication, "I will say that it is not her power in this show." So Echo is basically, what was that villain? Taskmaster. Echo is basically Taskmaster, which is freaking awesome. I think that's freaking awesome. I would like to see that instead of them.
But we already have Taskmaster.
Hold on. Like we do, but hey, I'd rather have that than try to put some kind of message out there. Okay, so you switch it up. Hold on. That's what it is. You switch up her power from the comic books to make some diverse crap. Switch it up so she can have her powers from female ancestors. That's her Echo, echoing from different ancestors of her past. Now, you know how crap that is? How lazy writing that is? It's terrible. You don't think? Do you think it's not terrible?
We'll get to our reviews.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's lazy shit writing. They are trying to change up. They're trying to change up and be diverse for the sake of diversity. And I mean, I agree with that. Like Ed, I agree with you 1,010%. I think for the most part that they is go woke, go broke, right?
Well, are you actually serious? You're being sarcastic?
No, you dumbass.
No, I said what I said. Ed. You go woke. You go woke, you go broke.
Seriously,
writing a confirmation.
And hold on. So,
well, listen.
Okay, not to hold on.
Wait,
there's a lot.
As your lawyer,
hold on. I know you're edging right now.
Hold your Google Doc.
He's literally
edging right now.
He's got quotes ready, guys.
You know what? There. You're absolutely right. If you just base your opinion on what you see of Ed on these podcasts, you get the wrong idea of who he really is.
No. Because don't sit here and try to change his image. Ed is a grown ass man. He can let him speak his shit. He can talk his talk. Like, no, don't try to cover for him. And continue on.
All right, think about it like this. What
tell these wokies?
Oh my goodness! What if I was in the
comic book?
Hold on.
How dare you? That's our work.
What if I was in the comic book and my power in the comic book was, I don't know, swing off a web and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, someone decided to turn my comic book into a live action TV show.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let me change that person's power that is probably pretty much the main part of the story.
Yeah.
Into getting their powers from ancestors.
Right. No, I agree.
My
It's like, yeah,
ancestors.
like now you're
Hold
not
on.
swinging from
My
rope.
ancestors.
You're swinging. Yeah, exactly. You're not swinging from
Yeah.
rope. You're swinging from an ancestor's rope. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's just as bad as, you know, drinking juice from your homeland, from your ancestors, that you inherit a power from them too.
What's
Yeah,
that in the
Right?
comic books?
Inheriting powers from ancestors is just the lamest thing ever, right?
it really is.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
so
drinking the ancestors'
Yeah,
juice.
put the right context
But-
on.
Yeah, right.
but
Wakanda
do you-
forever, baby.
Do you think how like borderline racist that kind of is in a way?
Racist? How's that racist?
Black Panther was
In a way, I mean, think
No,
about it.
Explain it to us. Explain.
think
Explain.
about it,
What is,
think
how,
about it.
how does it
Black
make it
Panther
racist?
has the pass.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Let's say this. Let's say
Yeah,
Miles
all my
Morales.
homies hate ancestors. That's a Bandito Max.
Let's say Miles Morales.
Fuck the ancestors. All my
Fuck them
homies.
ancestors.
Yeah.
Let's say Miles Morales. You know
Sure.
him as, you know, Spider-Man in his world. Let's say they made a live-action Miles Morales movie.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of him getting bit by a
Wait.
spider,
Wait,
and all that,
wait,
he
wait.
gets his powers from his ancestors,
Wait,
and he
he's-
has to use his
oh,
ancestor to touch someone's head.
You're
To
right.
heal them from their past and stuff like that.
You're 100% right. It's like, okay, it's like this. This is a crazy thing. Like, it's almost like there was already a Spider-Man, right? And they were like, fuck, we need to make this a diverse Spider-Man. So we're gonna make him a black Spider-Man and give him like a little mini afro, right? But you know,
What?
not just for, and they make the afro go out of his, like, sometimes out of his mask. So you really know,
What?
like, this is a black Spider-Man.
That's awful.
What?
Yeah. Like one of his costumes in the video game, he has.
I know,
an afro.
I know.
So
but
then why
I'm
you
not
saying
talking
what?
about- I'm not talking about. No, I'm talking about like you
All right.
change.
Wait, I'm not done yet. Shut up and know your role. Shut up and know your role.
I was
So anyways,
interrupted.
yeah, you be interrupt these nuts. And then that same
None
Spider-Man, you know, they already have a Spider-Man that shoots webs and is just strong. That's his whole power. They're like, you know what? Now we gotta make this black Spider-Man because, you know, we gotta apologize for racism. We gotta give this new Spider-Man electricity powers. He can go invisible. He can be black
cool.
and he can blend in urban environments. Like,
my
what if
goodness.
Peter Parker goes into like a black neighborhood to change his outfit? Everybody's like, yo, that motherfucker's Spider-Man. Because why is this random white boy just came out of the alley out of nowhere?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. So this black kid has powers that the black Spider-Man doesn't have, but they made the black Spider-Man better than the original. That's not like source material from the original Spider-Man. I think that's racist. Thoughts?
What?
I got you there. I got you
did
there.
not. You definitely did not.
Yeah, like, yeah. he
Miles
has a big old
Morales. Miles Morales is his own character, and they pretty much stayed true to the comic. To well,
They gave him
not live
sneakers.
action.
He's wearing Jordans. Like,
Yeah, he's
how
in the comics,
how
too.
racist is that? Like, hey, we're gonna make a black
That's pretty
Spider-Man,
racist.
but yeah, we're gonna give him a gold chain and gold teeth and
He's
and,
gonna
and
have a hip
Jordans.
hop vibe to it.
Yeah,
They
hip hop.
didn't do
He has to
that.
be
They didn't do all
hippity
that.
hop. Like,
He
yeah,
got his hood up all the time.
Did he
too.
get his
What's up with that?
powers from his ancestors and all that stuff?
he kind of did. He got he. That's why he's super athletic. That's why he's more athletic than the white Spider-Man. All I'm saying is that for the black Spider-Man, it's crazy that the black Spider-Man,
Quick twitch muscle.
yeah, quick just like, hey, he uses quick twitch muscles to generate electricity, and that's how he does it. When he's in urban environments, he can go invisible. Nobody knows who he
Peter
is.
Parker is like, well, it's because he's got the quick twitch muscles because of his ancestors.
Yeah,
That's why he
ancestors.
has the one.
And you know
So,
the funny thing about what you're saying is, if the writers of Echo heard what you were saying, they would say that's brilliant. Let's turn it into a live action streaming show.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, and I'm saying Marvel has a history of doing this. They continually are racist.
They just don't know when to stop.
They just don't. We need to stop them
goodness.
because think about it. Like, they have once again, like, they have the Spider-Man with Jordans on. Sometimes he has Timbs on, and then he's walking around with like puffer jackets on, like he's from New York or something like that. It's crazy. And he doesn't talk like, you know, like, hey, I'm Peter Parker. You know, like, he's skipping school. He's a delinquent. Like, I mean, there's
He's
so
a
many
delinquent.
things. There's
That's
so many
true.
things that are going on with this. And Ed, I think you're onto something. I really think you're onto something.
Sure, yes.
Please, but
Yes.
yeah, continue to talk about the ancestors and Echo. I really need to hear the rest of this. Yeah, he won't stop
It
rapping and
doesn't-
smoking Newports. Like, exactly. Bandito's right. Like, first off, yeah. Bandito says, how does this new black Spider-Man have big lips on his mask? Like they have to. They have him going around with the big old giant list, but they try and make it seem like it's all seamless. Like, come on.
He starts wearing like white gloves.
Yeah,
Just
right.
going along.
Exactly.
Anyways, this show is terrible. If you do not know, this is clearly obvious what they're doing with this show.
Clearly.
They took a villain from Daredevil who didn't do any of this stuff that you saw in this live action Echo series. Did they? Am I wrong? Did she get her powers from her ancestors, and all of a sudden at the end she does this weird pose where you see her transform into all her past female ancestors, and then all of a sudden takes down probably one of the baddest, I don't know, underground villains of Marvel with a simple touch, and then goes into his mind, and then all of a sudden he just cries because he killed his family member. It's
first off, his father.
It gives her powers. It gives her powers.
Yes,
I do watch the series. And gave her powers to her grandmother. All of a sudden, now she has the powers, and then boom! Oh, I have powers now too. And it takes down thugs. A grandmother takes down thugs.
See, but it'll be no problem. Ed, you don't understand. See, this is the thing. You're missing the bigger picture. Like I'm trying to get you.
Oh no, there is a bigger picture. But
exactly, I'm trying to tell you.
It's obvious.
The bigger picture is that at the end of the day, Ed, they wanted to show that she's so powerful, right? That Only Toes said it correctly. She mind fucks him. He does it. Like she can just beat him up and just punch him and like, oh yeah, you're Kingpin. Huh. Ancestors arise with the power of 5. Grandma whip his ass, like, you know.
Power of 5.
Yeah, like she.
Ancestors arise, power of 5.
Yeah, let's do it. Like, I mean, she could have did a whole bunch of other stuff, like, you know, she could have scalped him or something like that, something crazy, right? But she said instead that she would rather get into his mind.
Specifically, scalp the Kingpin.
Scalp the Kingpin. Specifically. She could have absolutely killed him, but she chose not to. She decided to go into his mind and scalp him mentally, and to the point where all he does is, "What do you do? I mean, think of it.
So
Peter Parker wasn't able to do that. He's fighting the Kingpin all the time. Hasn't been able to fuck him up to that point.
That's true. He's never made the Kingpin run away in fear.
Exactly. And then, but you're sitting here like acting like, oh my goodness, she didn't do something crazy. Like, hello. Like, you're missing the bigger picture.
Oh, there's a big picture, all right.
She did something that no one else has ever done to Kingpin.
Oh my goodness.
Someone talk to this bigot. I'm done.
I am not. Trust me, I'm not.
You hate good.
Hold on. How can Daredevil, who's fought ninjas, groups of ninjas, who's fought Kingpin, who's fought was it Bullseye? Bullseye. I think it was Bullseye.
Yeah.
And has trouble fighting them, has beat them, yet cannot beat Echo, who was powerless at that time.
You're missing the bigger
but
picture.
She's been training her whole life.
Since
she was a child, she's been training.
But the thing is, Daredevil.
Right?
You're right though.
Training.
Hold on. Answer
probably
this question.
by the
Answer this question.
Exactly.
And answer this question. How
Get him, Ed.
How did Kingpin survive a gunshot to the head?
A lot of people survive gunshots.
Kingpin rip off a door off its hinges of a car?
That's believable. That's believable.
That's believable.
Hold on.
That's believable.
You moron, green shooter.
Well, answer this question: Is Kingpin a mutant or something?
Yeah.
I mean, he can tear off car doors. Yeah, he's a mutant.
He's a mutant.
Juggernaut shit. What are you talking about?
There is some Juggernaut stuff, but he's not a mutant. I mean, I can't think of a lot of even mutants who can survive a gunshot to the head. There's only a few: Wolverine, Deadpool, and there's other ones. But Kingpin.
There's records of people being shot in the head and surviving.
Yes,
and then grow their eye back within 4 months.
When they showed, you obviously weren't looking at the show. She shot him on the side near the eye. They showed the wound when he took it off. It wasn't in the eye.
Ed. Yeah, he's right. Ed, it's bullshit.
No. Okay, so here, Ed,
hold on. I'm not done. I'm still cooking.
You said ask one question and we answered.
I got several.
Okay, you said
wait, hold on. You're defending. Are you three defending this TV show right now?
I'm absolutely defending it.
Oh, no, we're on board with you, bud.
I don't know if I believe you or not.
No,
but
no, no,
I
no.
hope
Hardly
he's
on board with
different.
Ed, but mostly with everybody else.
Yeah, I'm on board with you, Ed. Actually, no,
I
I'm
think
with
they do. Hollywood does tend to do like the noble savage thing, but at this point, I don't know if it's truly them doing it. Or I'm assuming Disney would have like people on set that would tell them what to do, right, or what's important to Native people. I assume. I hope.
Yeah, there's a whole special thanks at the end of the episode, though. Like the whole Choctaw Nation, like they had heavy consultation on
It's
it.
funny
Yeah.
thing you bring it up.
Okay, just because they get like little tinges of like the noble savage, like making Native people almost seem like non-human. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on? And that's what they used to do back in the old timey days, where they would be like, "Oh, the Native, you gotta listen to him because he's
So
he's
wise.
a noble savage. Yeah, he knows how
Yeah.
to survive."
Well,
and all that stuff.
it's also a comic book trope. You know,
Yeah, it is.
so-
But
Yeah.
It
but
is.
I want to say this really quick. Ed, you brought up a good point, and this
There's
is
more
why
coming.
Go
on.
I agree with you, brother.
Brother.
Brother. Hell yeah, brother. So Ed, like you said, have a good point.
make it quick
Daredevil.
so I can cook.
Yeah, yeah, he's been. It's been a barbecue. We've been
Yeah,
all invited to
yeah.
the barbecue. Ed, you said that the idea that Daredevil has beaten ninjas and all this other stuff, and Spider-Man has beaten literally aliens from space and all this other stuff. What has Echo done? And you're like, what has she ever beaten? Right?
Nothing for nobody.
But you gotta understand, Ed.
Cribcast. Hold on.
Okay,
Can we
I know,
put
I know.
pause on-
As
can
you're-
we put
as-
pause
as-
on this?
Yes.
There's no way.
No, just
I
keep
just
on
want to
going.
remind you of
No,
your
let's
own
cook,
profession.
let's
We were
cook,
just
let's
talking
cook.
about something.
Yeah, I know.
earlier.
Yes. I'm kidding. If
I feel
can-
like I need to pull you out of the character
Let's
here.
cook.
if I can, okay, I'm obviously playing a character, and if I can make black jokes,
I
can
have a
make jokes.
job too.
Yeah,
Please.
right.
I can't be seen here right now.
Yeah.
No,
in all
you're okay.
seriousness.
You're Indian too, so
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
I got to
true.
pass.
Yep. I can make fun of black people. I should be able to make fun of other brown people. But in either case, Ed,
It's true.
at the end of the day,
I say that whenever I drop the N word in public.
He
I say
does.
that every
Oh
time.
my.
He does.
goodness.
I've never said that word in public, but I scream it every morning at my dog. So I don't know if that even
what?
itself out or how that works.
yeah, that's just as bad. Just as bad. And I disagree with you.
Are
To
we
be
still
honest.
live or has Twitch pulled us off?
Yeah, they
I
actually
don't know.
live banned us. To be fair, I agree with everything that Ed was saying up to for the last episode. Up to the last episode, I totally disagree with Ed all around.
What,
I
that
thought
whole point where he's getting I don't know, healed or whatever, touched by
Yes.
an angel. or
But the
whatever.
thing
No,
is,
I'm
Kingpin-
telling you,
Kingpin
he
is
didn't get
literally
shot in the eye. It was in the temple in the sign.
Wait, sorry, are you disagreeing about the shot in the eye or the part where he's getting healed by touched by an angel? Whatever. What part are you disagreeing about?
I don't think he got healed. She just unlocked a memory he had kind of pushed far deep
Don't
down.
buy that. Don't
Yeah,
buy
Ed,
it.
don't
I'm willing to
believe-
buy alien invasions,
yeah.
Infinity Stones, Spider People.
Yeah,
but I'm not buying
multiple
anything
multiple
surviving a
universes.
gunshot wound.
That's
A gunshot wound to the
multiverse.
head.
Yeah,
Hold on,
multiverse.
But there
I'll
wasn't even
buy
an
it.
explanation. You see some tech wear come off his eye. That's it. No, like, okay, how? What? And the
Heck, in the
Yeah.
Marvel universe?
where
What?
who did it?
It's not like they can go back in time on a little glass pad and be like, beep, 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 beep. I'm going to go through an infinite amount of holes in this random, like, quantum verse to get to
Yeah.
the exact point
Is
in
that made
time.
by Apple? Do we have
I'm sure-
confirmation
I'm
on
Nah,
that?
that was
it
definitely-
I'm sure it was.
I'm pretty sure they use Microsoft Zune to calculate how to get to the exact
Yeah,
point
you
they
did
need
it
to.
in
Highly
months.
unlikely. Never seen that
Highly-
technology. Ed's got a point.
And
Yeah.
here's another thing. I'm sure
Okay.
the
Cook, Ed,
actress. I'm sure the
You.
actress is a great person and everything like that. But I'm
you.
just gonna be honest and say this.
Whoa. You haven't been honest this entire time?
Oh, I haven't. I'm just
Okay,
saying
whoa,
because this is a person. This
No
is her
hard
first
So-
acting gig.
Yeah. Go
Well,
easy on her, Ed. Go easy on her now.
Hold on. Technically, it's her second because her first acting gig was in Hawkeye.
Yes.
Yep.
So this is true.
Take
She used
what
to
it
work at
takes.
Amazon before this. She
Okay.
applied for the acting position. Okay, she got it.
Mhm.
Cool. Her acting was terrible. There was no emotion in anything.
Ed, grab a scarf real quick. Grab a scarf when you criticize her acting. Just go grab your scarf and put it over, and then
hold on. Am I wrong though? It was the same facial expression, emotion throughout everything.
Yeah, they showed that she had a disconnect from her emotions. That's why she was the perfect killer. They emphasized it too as a child. She was like the only time she actually showed emotions was when she was with her best friend or her cousin or whatever.
Well,
but otherwise, she was very like pan-faced even as a child.
Yeah, even as a child, she was very pan-faced. It's just there was no emotion. There's no way to connect with this character, and if this is supposed to be a great representation piece, because that's all it was. It was repetition.
She's a great. She's a killer.
Hold on.
She's not supposed to be like, man, I love killing.
Right. No, good thing you said that. So who is this supposed to be representing or connecting to? Okay, she's a. Who is it for? She's a great killer with no remorse.
Yet another fluff piece for the Native American agenda. They get all the press. I'm sick of these Native American heroes, these Native American senators and presidents. They're all over the place. I'm sick of it. I'm with that.
Yeah, let's bring back the Stonewall Jackson statue.
Didn't say that.
Yeah.
Didn't say it. I'm just saying. I'm asking, who is this representing? Because this was a killer who had no remorse for anyone, not even her own family. When they got caught or whatever, or in the midst of her shenanigans, there was no remorse for that either. There was nothing. Just killing, stone face, onward, and who is this representing? Because this whole thing was all about representation. Before story, way before story. I saw, it's a good thing we didn't do the pod last week, because I saw interviews of this, and every person that is behind this TV show, were to be cast member, were to be person who directed it, one key word was mentioned many times.
What was
representation?
Representation.
Representation.
Native people are not often represented in media.
Yeah. I'm down for other cultures and people being represented, but it was before the story, and is what made the show terrible. And some people who are Native American said that it's a mockery. Some people said that, who are Native American.
And why do you do this? Like, this is
you do
this bullshit where you say you find like a clip of one person saying something, and you be like,
many clips.
Sitting Bull 1236 on Google definitely said this is a mockery.
Like the person
Chief 14.
Yeah,
you can find it. You can find it on
Big
YouTube,
Chief
all that stuff.
Big Chieftain 456. I hate this. This is a disgrace to my culture. It's just like some white guy in the basement talking about, man, I did my DNA test. I'm 0.1%. Yeah, I hate this how they represent me.
And that ball game they were playing in back in the day. I don't know what the ball game was called.
It ain't baseball. We don't.
It's not baseball. So the woman that was one of the players in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I forgot the name of the game, but that. No, I'm not just saying. So back then,
he's cooking her.
Hold on, I'm just saying. Back then,
no one is safe.
Hold on. Back then, women didn't even play those games. They were and
we have photographic evidence of this, baby.
Yeah.
They were usually limited to serving refreshments to the players and betting on the sidelines. They didn't play the game at all back then.
I think that was the point of the thing, that she wasn't supposed to be playing.
Oh, she was what the head? Like, he was Michael Jordan back then, apparently.
Only Toe says Ed is a historian. He checks the historical. He checks the historical accuracy of comic book.
Well, hey, Disney ain't doing it. Marvel ain't doing it.
As watching.
It's a paleontologist.
Hold on. You want to make a representation piece and stuff like that?
T-Rex didn't look like that.
He's got his little khaki shorts on.
All I'm saying is,
like the caves of the.
You wanted it to be accurate to the Native American experience.
No, I wanted it to be the comic book. I wanted it to be the comic book. You didn't change Daredevil. Why change Echo?
sees
Answer that question. Hold on, no. Answer
and
this
watches
question.
Batman,
Hold
Batman
on.
versus
Hold
Predator.
on.
He sees like the Mayan temples.
Hold on.
He's like, that's not accurate. He gets
Hold
his little
on.
booties
Answer
on.
this question.
Goes to Amazon.
How come they didn't change Daredevil from what we know in the comic books to, I don't know, he gets his powers from isn't he Catholic? He gets his powers from Jesus or something like that. How come you didn't do that?
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah,
That would, I'm not gonna lie. Like he's
He's
like
Bibleman for that.
He's like, yeah, it's by faith that I see, not by sight.
Through the power of God.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying they kept Daredevil pretty much
Through the
the
power
same.
of the one true
They
Christian
kept Kingpin
Jesus.
pretty much the same. But
You.
answer this question: they kept Daredevil pretty much the same, even though we only saw for what, a minute, like literally a minute.
Yeah.
You didn't change Kingpin, but you changed Echo. Why? The main character of this story, of this series that is called Echo.
And you got it, dude. You've
Hold
cracked
on,
it.
I'll read. Hold on, I'll read this again. This is what
Yes.
this is word for word what the, I think it was the writer or director.
Holy
It
shit,
was-
like,
hold on.
Yeah, he's been going for like 30
Hold on,
30
hold on.
minutes.
No,
I'm cooking. Let me cook.
I don't know what
I'm cooking.
This is his
I'm almost done.
dissertation
Almost
right
done.
now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Her power in the comic books is that she can copy anything, any movement, and whatever. This is word for word.
Bandito says
It's
he's pulling out
kind of.
receipts.
Hold on.
Dumb bitch.
This is the exact word. I'll read it again. I'll read it again. Her power in the comic books is that she can copy anything, any movement, any whatever. It's kind of lame. Freelance told the publication will say that it's not her power in the show.
I can see
It's kind of lame.
I can
Echo's
see
power is kind of lame in the
see
comic books. Okay.
Ed reading this. I can literally see Ed reading this. Like, you stupid bitch. I hate this. Fucking hell.
Echo's power, who can go toe to toe with Daredevil in the comic books, is kind of lame. Echo's power, who also is Taskmaster, he's basically Taskmaster. It's kind of lame. I'm just saying, if I had a power like Echo in the comic books, that'd be freaking awesome. Just like, hey, okay, I could see, I don't know, Brock Lesnar in a UFC fight, copy his movements, boom, I'm the next UFC fighter. That's pretty dope. But you change that for your freaking for your message, basically.
Yeah.
For your, I don't know.
What was the message?
It's so dumb.
What was the
Representation. That's all it is.
and representation of who? Say it. Say it, Ed. Say it.
Oh, and by the way, in the comic books, Echo's tribe is different from the TV show.
Oh shit! They didn't even get that right.
Oh,
They didn't get that right.
What tribe is she supposed to be?
If you
What
want to
tribe
get,
was it, Ed?
let me find it. It's I got it. I do got it.
I know you got it.
I wrote a whole
He's
dissertation.
slapping
proud of
that
you.
you're
Goddamn,
so
I'm proud of you.
prepared.
Oh, and if you want to even be more representative, like the person who played Echo is
Very
a different
passionate.
tribe from the one that was presented in the series. If you want to go that deep too. I'm just saying.
And
this
did you go into her 23andMe and validate that?
No, all I did was watch the interviews.
Oh, okay. So she
They
wasn't the
said
same tribe.
themselves.
How many hours of interviews did you watch to prepare
Each
for
interview
this
was,
day?
I think, like 7 minutes. There was even one interview, I actually saw this, wasn't even looking for
Ed
it.
might have done more research than the actual runtime of the
People say the interviews are better than the show. And hold on. Now, you may even be believing if I say this. There was one interview where she's saying in sign language, the M, she, you. And the person that is speaking to us for the sign language says she, M, she, you. And she stops herself.
Ah.
Damn.
It's on
Yeah.
YouTube. It's on YouTube. I'm just saying,
On
this
YouTube,
whole
guys.
thing was,
Damn.
it was so dumb. I was so hyped for this. I wanted to see this TV series. It was a bait and switch. They put Kingpin. No, it was. They put Kingpin in it, which was great. They put Daredevil in it, which is amazing. And Daredevil was on it for less than a minute. Kingpin was castrated, basically. He had one good scene. That was it. But this is exactly what I was talking about. You put representations before, or anything before story, you get this crap, this load of crap, because that's what it was. And if you defend that, if you think it wasn't, then hey, I don't know what to say to you, because it's obvious what was in front of us. I'm just saying. I'm done cooking.
All right.
Hey, yo,
For now, maybe.
Hey,
There might be some
everybody.
dessert later. I don't know.
Congratulations to the Ed Underground Bandito Max said he was Pepe Sylvia. If that's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he, the meme.
Sylvia. Yeah.
So Ed's connecting all the dots, like he's going to like mesothelioma. No, not
Mesoamerica.
Mesoamerica, like going back and like having like the whole, like pretty much the whole history of every Native American tribe to the exact moment that Echo aired.
Got him.
I'm just saying,
Ed went right down to the possibility of someone getting shot in the head. He brought out graphs.
I'm just saying, you can
anatomy, physiology of that recovery.
You can look up Echo's powers in the comic books or read the comic books yourself and see that it's completely different from this representation piece that Disney put out.
You're right, Ed.
Why
so
change
it's the powers
her,
the
but
main
not
thing that irked you?
Oh, a lot of things. It's a lot of things.
Hey, tell us your top three. Don't give us a whole long speech. What are the three things? Keep it short. What are the three things that upset you about Echo? Top three things.
Her power, obviously.
Which one is that? Number one? This is it. Rank it. Yeah, rank it. Yeah.
Oh.
Number one being the highest. What are the top three things that piss you off?
So I'll start from 3 first and go up.
Whatever you want to do.
I'll say number 3, how they castrated Kingpin.
Okay.
I love him as an actor. He's a great Kingpin. There are bits and pieces where he ruled.
Okay, wait, yeah, number 2. We don't need to go through.
Okay, number 2.
You literally went like 30 minutes on this rant.
Yeah, I could have gone longer.
Yeah, you haven't heard that too.
You've reviewed it, sir.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2.
So many options.
Yeah.
There is. No, there is.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, narrow it down. It's very hard.
Yeah.
The story.
Okay, story. Okay.
And number 1, her powers.
Powers. Okay, great. All right, now let's the three of us that are left within like the next half hour or like 18 minutes.
Yeah,
let's see if we can
let's see you defend this. Everything I say,
sure.
you can look up yourself. You can see the interview yourself. Defend it. Go on.
You didn't even finish saying what he was gonna say.
Yeah, he's just like defend it. I was like, I'm not even arguing against you. I don't really care to argue against you about this.
I was gonna say,
no way.
I'm not saying argue.
There's no way we're gonna win this.
I can argue with someone to have a burger the next day with it with no problem.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm not
arguing. It's just
no, there's a difference. Yeah, we're not having a Discord. Like I'm like after we have this conversation that I've taken
debate.
Yeah, I'm not taking this personally and being like
I'm not either.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying I don't want to go through all the talking points of, how the cast wasn't actually from the specific tribe.
I'm just saying.
Okay, we won't need to go through the whole thing again.
We're not arguing with you.
Hold on,
just explaining.
Calm down. Drink your liquid death.
Yeah.
Just drink it and just hold it in your mouth. That's all you need to do. Okay. So for this, like I said, I thought the first 4 episodes I relatively enjoyed them. I did like her character. She's a mute. Like, so I wasn't expecting her to have like this super crazy amount of range. She's a killer whose main thing was I'm going to kill the other people and I kill pretty much who I like when I like or who I'm directed to kill. And I just have an attitude all the time. Now I just left it at that. Like I'm here for just the story and what's going on. I did overall, like I said, it was enjoyable. It wasn't like I wasn't expecting a Martin Scorsese movie or a freaking what's his name? Tenet. What's his name?
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Yeah, I wasn't expecting any type of that. Like this is a Disney series. At this point, if you get yourself riled up about Disney, you kind of did it to yourself. You should kind of know
the Echo series.
The Echo series, right? A series that is relatively unknown, even in the comic book world.
Hey, that bitch Echo had it coming though. I'm sick of her.
Yeah, how dare she?
Yeah, her debut. Goodness gracious.
They checked all the boxes.
Okay, great, Ed.
Except for the story.
So the crazy thing is like, yeah, I enjoyed it. One part I did like. I mean, granted, we all knew Kingpin wasn't dead.
There's one thing I didn't like. I'm curious to see if you guys also had. I had one eye roll moment.
Well, okay, my eye roll moment, but I'll say what I really enjoyed, really quick, was when Kingpin confronted Maya. It was very tense because you didn't know if this man was going to just rip her apart or at any point in time. And that's what it kind of, they were teasing that. They were like, oh yeah, like this was a very tense moment. And I was kind of like, I kind of got blue balls in that moment because I'm like, I really was expecting like earlier on for him to like snap on her. And then they have a big fight and blah, blah, blah that led to the finale. And they had a bigger fight after that. But it was very intense when he first met because we all know Kingpin's disposition, right? He is not he can snap a dime and can absolutely destroy everything around him just because he had a epiphany of people that wronged him or something like that. So that part I really enjoyed that at first because I was like, oh, like this is what we kind of all wanted. Like him getting angry and like absolutely stomping her or killing her family or something like that. Like if he had actually did that, it would have been within reason. And this is what we were kind of talking about before with Marvel. We don't need planetary, universal, cosmic danger. Sometimes the danger of just a person across from you and it just be local is that's enough as is. And we talked about before. We love the street level story. Like you don't have to have magical stones and all this other crap to make it good. Like of course powers are gonna come from different places, whatever. But you know, but at the end of the day, you don't need infinity stones to make a good story. You don't need to do all that extra stuff. And we've seen that before, even with Captain America, right? We see you don't have to have huge like superpowers and all this other stuff to make a very compelling film. So I really, really enjoyed that. My eye roll moment really quick was the grandma situation. This felt like Blue Beetle all over again. Which is it's the typical hey, Viva.
Can I just say I had no problem with this grandma.
I had a problem with the grandma because it's just she came out of nowhere. And it felt like Blue Beetle. It felt like Blue Beetle all over again. And I'm just like, why do we have these damn grandmas all of a sudden becoming superheroes? Like, it's just stupid. I hated that part.
It's the time for grandmas.
It's grandmas,
it's all about family.
Yeah, it really is. I thought the ending was stupid. I thought it was
very stupid.
Yeah, the whole
which part of the ending?
Where they were like holding hands and all that stuff. Oh my god, jeez.
Yeah, that was dumb. And then when she went into Kingpin's mind,
it was very like that moment from Avengers Endgame where she's not alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, that's exactly what it was.
Not alone vibes. Yeah,
and it was just stupid. It was just stupid.
It was pretty.
I'm just like, at this point, why are we doing this to like Marvel? Why are we doing this? Like, this is stupid. Like Kingpin's supposed to be filled with rage, and now that he's healed of his hurt, I mean, I think I wish they would did something like, because he was healed of his hurt, like now the anger that he had deep and further level down than what she knew about was rising up, and then we see the true Kingpin, like the really vicious Kingpin or something.
That's a better story. Marvel, you hear this?
So I was really expecting like, you know, he's like, oh, I'm healed and I got this love in my heart, but it actually was never love. You just unlocked a deeper pain that I didn't realize I had, and then he becomes the ruthless Kingpin that we know. Because at this point it didn't feel like the ruthless Kingpin. It almost like he was looking for a long game.
I think that they are like, it definitely felt like they're going in that direction because the next thing is Daredevil Born Again. So the way they leave Kingpin and like he's like I said, he could fight Daredevil, he could fight Spider-Man, he could fight, and that's a physical thing. But this is an emotional connection with someone who he calls his daughter. So the betrayal, however you want to get to that, and that thing she does, like that probably cut deeper than any punch that Spider-Man could throw.
I mean, it wasn't bad. Her fucking with his head. That's cool. I agree.
I like
it's just the stuff to get you there. In that little instance, seemed like really ham-fisted.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Definitely was.
Yeah, I wish he would have killed her at the end, honestly. I wish he would have mind screwed him over, and then he like would have just snapped and just killed her at that point.
Yeah,
like because that betrayal, and then he becomes the
and it gives him a little more of an edge.
Yeah, it gives him that
more
edge.
of an edge.
Yeah,
he has an edge. Yeah.
He already has an edge, but yeah, a bit more of an edge. I mean, we'll have to see with Daredevil how that turns out, but that's my thoughts.
Ben Jr.
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything like I said. The ending was my The ending was the worst thing of the show, obviously. And then, like I said, aside from like the little hints of the whole noble savage thing, it was it had its high points and its low points, but I can see why it was 5 episodes.
Yeah,
because
I thought it
one of
was
those
good.
episodes I think was like it felt like filler. I don't know which one it was. In a 5-episode series, I think one of them was like it like really dragged. I'm like, damn, they should have just made this a 4-episode series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably one episode where she's going around town, like trying to like resolve and avoid people and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was just dragging. I was like,
Yeah, the Echo, the character from the comic book, I read her in 2000. She hasn't really done anything. She's not really that popular a character. She was briefly around in the 2000s, and yeah, Ed's right. She has this graphic memory, but that power is like overdone. It's a little boring, and I'm not saying that's not a bad power to have, but I don't care either way. Like I said, she's not even that popular of a character.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't even think she has a relevant. I don't even think she has a current comic book. She might. She might.
Oh, I don't know.
But
they
she's
usually
not the
try to plug her.
first. She's not the first comic book character where they change her powers. I'm sure.
No, I mean, first Spider-Man movie, he has organic web shooters. I was going to bring
Yeah,
that
there
up,
we
but I
go.
wanted
Exactly.
Ed to,
So
I mean, that's
it's
a
more
lot
like
different.
a 1-to-1.
That's
I wanted
a lot.
Ed to keep cooking there. But
That's a lot different. I mean, this was drastic. Like
Sure,
you
sure,
change your power completely.
Sure.
Am I wrong?
But yeah, overall, I really
Well,
liked Echo. I thought it was a great
Yeah.
series. I think it's one of the higher end series. Right off the bat, I thought the way it was shot, I loved the way some of the fight sequences. I liked how they looked, and
Yeah.
I like the open country, the way they shot. Like it's nice to see a Marvel series kind of set out in the boonies and not in the city.
Oh yeah, in
I
the
guess.
big
Yeah.
city and everything.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was.
refreshing.
I thought it was
yeah.
refreshing, and I don't know if you guys like. I'm a big fan of like. I love like Twin Peaks and Fargo. Like this gave me a lot of Fargo vibes. Like small town, quiet town, but major crime happening in a small town. I love
Yeah.
that like subgenre.
Yeah.
Fargo's the best example of this, where it's like really messed up shit happening in a small, quiet
Yeah.
middle America town. So this was checking a lot of boxes for me. I liked the main actress. I thought she did good, and I'm surprised if this is her second time acting. This is pretty damn
That's
good.
impressive.
And you know what? I really liked her like I liked that the series kept the signing and like there's so much quiet time in this
Yeah.
series. There's quiet moments in the series where but whole conversations are happening.
Right.
And I just thought it was so different and interesting to see that. And I like the runtime. I thought it was short. If they made it too long, it would have been boring. But like again, this checked a lot of boxes for me. And like also with Fargo and Twin Peaks, they have a lot of like Native American, like you're talking about Noble Savage stuff. I really enjoyed that like stuff because it doesn't get shown. You don't really see a lot of that Choctaw Nation. I thought that was cool. The flashbacks I thought were interesting. And yeah, I agree with you. The end, the she's not alone moment really, but that wasn't my top eye roll. My top eye roll. My top eye roll, and I'm surprised you guys are not in that top eye roll. This was a bigger than anything Ed talked about. This was a bigger eye roll for me.
Oh man, that
Maybe
fresh eye roll.
Go on.
Okay. She's really talented, a great fighter, and this is where I thought Ed would bring out some heat here.
Her leg.
No, I don't have any problem that she has a prosthetic leg. It's fine. What I had a problem with is she was held hostage in a roller rink.
But hold on, wait. What is it? This was this? Hold on.
Can I?
So the lady that was taking her hostage gave it back to her.
No. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. Ed,
Just let him finish.
Yeah. As your moment, Ed.
She MacGyvered a gun from roller skate parts in like a matter of 10 seconds to shatter some bulbs. Like she made a gun. She basically made a gun, which I just thought was very like ability unlocked moment that was just really like, whoa, this came out of nowhere. Like
they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was that when that happened, I was like, oh, that's gonna be part of her character. She's gonna like troubleshoot shit.
Yes. Yeah.
And then never came back.
It never came back to it. And like, she MacGyvered, like, and I thought she like made a gun, like she was gonna open the door and shoot somebody, but she made a device to destroy the light bulbs, which I thought was really weird. But yeah, that was my top eye roll. Another close eye roll I had was her outfit. I didn't like her outfit, you know, her final
The final one
costume. But
yeah.
if she had showed up in a warehouse with that outfit on, I would have completed my eye roll completely. But because they put it in the context of the powwow, where people are dressed up and it's more of almost a disguise for her, so she blends in, it kind of like, I was like, all right, that's fine. But as far as acting, I thought she was really good. I think, like I said, this is the first lead mute character, and I think she did a great job in handling action, drama, and all this other stuff.
I agree.
Vincent D'Onofrio, Kingpin,
Really
menacing, still menacing. And I mean, I know Ed said he's castrated. I don't see it. I still think he's just as tough coming out of it. I like that he has an emotional connection. So it's not just some like chick showed up and pissed him off. This is like, you know, your family, you know, you being stabbed by your family. So it's a little bit of a reach. Like, I thought it was a little reach why he's so invested in this
the
kid.
one who killed your dad.
Yeah.
Go on.
I mean, that goes into the manipulations of the Kingpin, which is accurate to the comic book.
Accurate, yeah.
That's the only thing that's accurate.
But yeah, I think Echo is in the comic book, she's a real boring character, and I think this version of her was way more interesting. I don't think I would want to watch like an Echo TV show. When they announced it, I was like, what? Why this character? Just give me another Daredevil season. I mean, she's a supporting Daredevil character, but they kind of did a good job showcasing her. And like I said, her powers are not accurate. I didn't watch any interviews. I don't really care for all that. The show in and of itself was entertaining. I got a lot of entertainment. And like I said, I'm ranking this high in my Marvel series lists. I thought it was like, I like more of this because everything else looks the same, does the same, walks and talks the same. I'm sick of that.
Yeah.
This is interesting, different, and new. It didn't stay too long. And we may not get another season, and I'm fine with that. But it was
they left it
ambiguous.
Well, they left it ambiguous. Yeah,
like she can come back.
It could be either way.
She can come back
in Daredevil. Yeah,
absolutely.
In Daredevil, and she would be a huge, like, she has weight with Kingpin. She has weight with Matt. She has like a lot of like tension.
Starts healing people.
Sure. But yeah, no, I really.
Hey, you guys interrupted me when I was talking, so.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Right,
anyways,
well, let's give it the blurries.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay. I will give it a. I'm trying to think of what I gave Moon Knight, but I will say it's a couple a little bit below Moon Knight. 8.5.
Wow.
Okay.
I miss Moon Knight.
All right, I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Wow.
I would give it a 6.5. I'll just say 6. I'll give it a 6.
All right.
I will give this a 3 out of 10. And that's only because of Kingpin.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know why you had to say it was an out of 10. Like,
3 out of 10.
6. We said 6. It was like,
I'm just saying.
5.
I'd rather say it. I'd rather say
he wants to emphasize how little.
Yes, exactly.
All right, take us out, Ed.
Exactly.
It's getting.
Let me ask you this question really quick.
Oh, okay.
If you had a prosthetic leg and you were held captive and your prosthetic leg was in a different room, you held this person captive, would you give that prosthetic leg back to that person you're holding hostage?
Probably a bad move, you know.
Probably not.
Character's probably an idiot.
If it would actually end the podcast, yes, I would give it back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree 100%.
All right.
Take us out, buddy.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 110 of the Blrd Podcast. As always, you can find us on all major platforms. And you can also watch us and talk to us live here on twitch.tv/the Blrd Podcast. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, read the comic books. Blur you later. Peace. Baby.
Peace.
Peace.